Hello and well met. I am Mr. Eager DM at your service, and we welcome you one and all to Trapped at Home, a live stream Dungeons and Dragons experience brought to you by Lawful Stupid RPG. Thank you for being here. We do appreciate it. For the past year, this group has been playing through the 5th edition module, Descendants into Avernus. And last week, we began a new chapter taking place some years before the events of that module, a prequel, if you will. Why would we do this? And where are Falkrin and Persephone, I hear you ask?
They're in chat.
I say, why would you do this?
Why would we do this?
Thank you.
Falkrin and Persephone.
Thank you. Liz gets it. Never fear, our stalwart bard and cleric are just fine, having welcomed a beautiful baby girl into the world. While they are occupied with that, we welcome our new players and characters and hope you, our viewers, enjoy this interlude from the blasted plains of hell.
Why would we do this?
Oh, a day late, a dollar short.
Where
Samus.
are they?
Oh, even worse. You're all fired.
Even
Joining
me?
us. No, Liz, it's you and me.
Bye,
You can't
everyone.
fire me. I rolled double Krakens. You can't fire me.
So, joining us tonight, we have Zelmira the monk, Shamsiel the fighter, Boletus the druid, Artem the artificer, Sekhmet the sorcerer, and Jexter the bard. Cordelia the cleric is feeling poorly, as they say in Britain, and so will not be joining us tonight. My friends, it is time. I extend my hand, inviting you to step with me into fantasy. Release your hold on that which you know to be true, and let imagination rule for the next few hours. Last time, our adventurers rejoined each other at the Ivy Mansion, having been separated for 10 days' time after a long and profitable adventure. They had been called together by Jesker Harpel of the infamous Harpel family of eccentric wizards. While discussing overheard rumors pertaining to the holy city of Elturel, it was requested that they locate Corcoran Pebblemoss, also a visitor at the Ivy Mansion. Upon investigating his room at the inn, the Fuzzy Quarterstaff, they discovered a strange book, The Joys of Extra-Dimensional Spaces, which opened a portal to a luxurious, book-filled mansion located in a magically created extra-dimensional space. Within the mansion, they discovered Pebblemoss asleep, who, upon hearing how late it was, requested that the adventurers explore the mansion to see if they could recover any knowledge pertaining to the whereabouts of its mistress, Fistandia. He cautioned them to be careful, as Fistandia was known for her magical experiments, many of which could be dangerous if left untended. As he departed the mansion, a borrowed book under his arm, the adventurers heard a brief cry of alarm before the door slammed shut, locking them out of the prime material plane. They soon deduced that in order to find the password that would secure their release, they would have to find several books that seemed to have been scattered throughout the mansion. They have recovered 3 so far, having endured traps, animated swords, and the affection of several cats. Adventurers, the rest of Fistandia's mansion awaits you. What do you do?
So remind me, Sean, we're in the room where Sekhmet just tore that dog to pieces. Is that right?
Yes, you're in a room. It appears to have been what appears to be a trophy room of sorts. There are several stuffed heads of various beasts, some of which are quite fantastic. One of them appeared to be a hellhound, but after examining it closely, it was determined it was in fact fake, although the gems that were being used for its eyes are certainly real. Sekhmet has indeed just torn it to pieces out of feline spite.
I'm just protecting everyone. Just precautions.
I appreciate
Sure.
that. Sean, I wanted to investigate the fireplace, the magical fire that's not emitting any flame.
Absolutely. Make an investigation check, please.
I'm going to use my Kraken die.
Very cool.
So I rolled a 7 plus my 8 is 15.
With a 15, you look at this, and if it weren't obvious enough, with no heat emanating from this fireplace, as you look at it, the fire in it begins to fade until you can see right through it. This is an illusion, meant to look and sound and even smell like a fire, but certainly not creating any warmth and not dangerous to touch.
Is there anything beyond the fire? Is the fireplace
It appears to be just the wall of this mansion, just
Like a
the
sleeping beauty.
inside of this fireplace. Anybody else have anything they wish to do?
Let's keep exploring, friends.
Well, we've got some other
Yes.
rooms to check.
Well,
Yeah, there's a door. Which one's me? This one. There's a door there.
there is
this-
indeed a door right
that
there.
also a door?
That is a window. And
It's a
Sekhmet,
window.
as you look out, you can see the swirling purple miasma that seems to encompass this entire structure, which you recently saw on the little balcony that you recovered Zelmira and Cordelia from. And there is a suit of armor in this corner, obviously ornamental, although the weapon it is holding seems to be in fairly good condition and actually a usable weapon. But the suit of armor itself appears to be made out of some sort of metal, but not steel.
Is it like an armor rack, or you said ornamental, so it's not
Yes.
usable, like it's fused?
Yeah, it is fused, and looking at it, it is decorative.
Gotcha.
It appears to be made out of a sort of a tin alloy.
Is it possible to remove the weapon from the armor?
You could certainly try.
I'm gonna try.
All right. You reach out and grab it and make a dexterity saving throw. Or a dexterity check, I suppose. This isn't actually a saving throw.
All right. That'll be 14.
14. You are able to pry it free from the hands that are, the fingers are all sort of clutched around it with a little bit of wire. You're able to pry it free without disturbing the armor, which now stands holding nothing in this corner.
And Artem looks to the group and says, just in case it, comes to life.
It is a great sword.
Does anybody want it? I just didn't want
Maybe
the
you should have
armor I had.
asked before you just, deface this thing. But,
We've already seen, not sentient things come to life and animate, so I'm trying to
fair
be
enough.
proactive and preventative.
Does anybody want the great sword?
No.
I mean, it
Zelmira?
probably looked pretty cool.
Yeah. Zelmira holds out her hand and she says, well, let me see how it feels.
I hand it to you.
Does
Feels
anything happen?
pretty. Nothing happens. No.
Okay, that's
He
like,
hands you the sword, and for a brief moment, nothing happens.
interesting.
You feel it's cumbersome and unwieldy and dangerously sharp. It sort of surprises you how people can throw these about with such apparent ease without hurting themselves, let alone somebody else.
This doesn't really seem like a great fit for me, she says, kind of jostling it in her hand, trying to get a feel for what it would be like to use it. Would anyone else like to see if it's useful for them?
I can use it. It's not really my strong suit, but I
Sure, and she passes it off to Shane.
But there is no sheath, so it is just a sword.
Love it. She hands it without any sort of, she hands it pointy in first, right over to Shane.
Here you go.
No regard for safety. She's running with scissors.
kind of places his
Scouts would be
hands
so
like
ashamed.
sandwiched along the blade and. Right. Well, There's usually some etiquette here when we're talking, armory stuff, but that's all right.
You can tell me later. She's already moved on and is searching
As
whatever's
the handle
nearby.
falls to the ground.
She's starting to knock on the walls and things like that.
Okay.
Shane just puts it back in the hand of the armor. As he
Okay, you should lean it up against the armor there, but just leave that right there.
She's totally oblivious to this happening.
So, stairs going down and a door. Where would you like to go?
Door.
Let's check the door.
Yeah, door.
All right.
Doors.
Is that a perception check that somebody wishes to make?
No.
Yeah. Oh.
So I heard somebody say,
Yes.
"Let's check the door." So perception.
Oh,
check.
I meant let's check what's
Oh.
behind it.
No, we
Open the
can
door.
we can check it.
Or you can just open
I'm
it, that'll
okay
work too.
checking it.
I'll
open
check.
it.
I will check for traps.
Okay.
All right, make a
check for-
perception. And checking for traps is an investigation check.
All
Can I do the perception?
You may.
I would
Oh,
also.
that's
Oh.
a natural 20 for a 28.
That
Oh.
totally did not land right.
I keep forgetting. I rolled 20. Never mind. I got 11.
21.
21. And the people making this roll are Sekhmet and Artem. So, Artem, you have a 20 on your perception check, or is that investigation? That was investigation.
With my +8, it's a 28.
This door is incredibly untrapped.
My
Just
favorite
a good
kind
roll.
of door.
And Sekhmet, your perception check was
21.
21. You cannot hear anything beyond this door. It sounds very quiet.
I open the door.
All right. Inside, you see immediately that this is obviously some sort of laboratory. It is. There are several. There are two tables, and then bookshelves on both the north and the south wall. And there's a door directly across from the door that you've just entered. Also along that wall is an incredible mural that has been painted in a very dark blue with a star field all over it. It is a tremendous work of art, very beautiful. And if anybody is familiar with astrology or astronomy, both extremely accurate for a view of the sky over Faerun. There are several notes and alembics and beakers and various vials of such things on the table. And as you step in, you hear and you look up, and there is a cat with a beautiful ruddy fur coat, sort of hurling its back, that hops down and sort of pads over to you and looks up at you, Artem.
Sorry, I was muted. I will kneel down and I will give it a pet.
Make an animal handling check.
Eight.
8. Bad touch. You pet the cat and it tries to
You
bite your
touched
hand
the
and then
cat's belly, didn't you? You don't touch the cat's
scurries past you and sort of slinks sort of with its ears behind its ears down and sort of low to the ground past Zelmira and goes up to Sekhmet and looks up at her as if to say, "Really?" and begins to pad down the stairs.
I will look at Jade and I will say, "Hey, go follow. See where she goes." And I'll send Jade to trail the destination of the cat.
All right. So the cat moves past you all down the steps and to the first floor. If you will draw your attention there, the cat moves down these steps and stops at the bottom of the steps for a bit and begins to groom itself.
Hmm.
And that is what the cat does.
Have Jade keep an eye on it.
Alrighty. Still can't get used to that really inconvenient
I'm
name of a
struggling.
familiar.
Not sorry.
Fair enough. Don't have to be sorry. Just let you know.
I keep forgetting too. I'm like, why are we sending the turtle after the cat?
It's like, can I call my familiar after your name? And I was like, of course you can, mate. Worst decision ever.
So, what do you do?
Let's enter the room.
Yeah.
I slowly follow
Carefully
the group.
checking the floor for anything that looks like it might be, a teleportation trap.
So make an investigation check for traps.
All right. Another
Wow.
skadoosh.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Kraken Dice.
Very, very nice. So, as you step in, there is a sort of a. You see 3 little globules of light begin to float above the, both above the. So there's one that goes up and illuminates the mural that's on the far wall, and then there's one that illuminates the table to the north, and one that illuminates the table to the south. And they just hover there. Little soft light showing over the various experiments and such.
Does anything on the experiment table look salvageable?
Make an investigation check. Does anybody else have anything they want to do while Apteon is looking around? 10. You don't see anything that is particularly salvageable, but we'll get to that in a moment. Does anybody else have anything they wish to do?
I'm just following after the group.
Yeah,
Trying to
Zelmira
keep
is
an eye out.
staying close behind her brother.
All
Yeah.
right, so in you come, and with a 10, a bunch of vials of dried plants, a few mineral specimens, maybe there's a jar that you look at it, and it looks like it might have something in it that might have once been alive, but is now has been preserved, sort of a specimen jar. But just looking around, you do see that on the bookshelf to your north, there is lying a familiar-looking book. This is one of the books that has the visage of Mordenkainen on the front, and it has upon its spine a large T.
I take the tea.
What letters do we have now?
I, E, Y, and T.
If we look at the last T that's on the map, what happened there?
The big red T?
Yeah.
That is signifying a...
I know. I know.
Does everybody join
Yes.
Artem and Shamsiel in the room?
Yes, I would like to come in.
How many? Do we know how many books we would have needed to fill this shelf based on how large these books we're finding are and how long the shelf is? That's empty?
Make a retroactive perception check.
Oh, okay. Ooh, using my dice here, I've got a 12 plus 5. It's going to be 17.
7.
All right.
If they're all the same size, then 7. So far, they all have been.
What specimen is in the jar?
You may make a medicine check.
2.
2. It looks gross. Some sort of organ, maybe? Doesn't look like any sort of the outside of a creature you might have a chance of recognizing. This doesn't even look like an eyeball. Something internal, not meant to be seen.
Oh, okay. So the one that you said that used to be alive isn't a full, complete
With a 2,
something.
that's the best that you
Not
could
that
go.
I know. Got it.
DM,
Hmm.
have we, where I just pinged on the map,
Hmm.
is that a handle?
That is, I'm sorry, I did mention there was a door directly across from the one you'd come in, but there it is,
Sorry.
revealed a little better.
Thank you. It looked like a bone on the floor for a second. And I was like, is that where the door is?
a door.
That makes more sense. I would like to go investigate the door. I want to open it.
All right, you open the door. And immediately you are struck by the incredible difference between the room you're currently in and the one that is behind this door. You open the door and there is a smell of fresh cut grass, maybe a little hint of mountain air, and sort of a floral scent. As you gaze on the looks to be the top of a grassy hill, sitting underneath a beautiful, beautiful starscape, and floating just sort of in the air around around the top of this hill is 5 strange-looking, somewhat cylindrical-looking devices.
Do I smell the grass from where I am?
From where you are, with your passive, yes. As soon as the door opens, you are very much aware of the scent of something that is, rather than being constructed, something that is natural.
So Zelmira turns over her shoulder and beckons to the group, saying, "This room leads outside? I don't know what's going on here. It's very odd."
It makes it kind of sense if there are other escapes to different realms. I wouldn't be surprised if there are multiple exits.
Let me have a look, dear.
The hill?
What did you say? Sorry.
Is there anything beyond the hill?
You may make a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice anything, Belitis?
Got a 10 on that.
10. You don't notice anything beyond the hill.
I'll walk in.
All right. As you walk in, in the middle of the room, there is a white sort of crystal ball that begins to that just sort of appears and floats there, along with these other long cylindrical devices. Not all of them are the same size or the same color. They all have a basically cylindrical shape, but other than that, that is all you see. Jexter, at this moment, you hear the familiar inhalation of Kipper Harpole, which usually heralds the fact that he is about to send you a message, and you roll your eyes, but the topic of this message is a little disconcerting as you hear him say, "Harpus, the Ivy Mansion is under attack. All hands needed. Bring whatever forces you can muster. Defend our family. Hurry, God's damn." And that is all.
Well, I immediately make everyone turn to me. Everyone, we need to find our way out of here. The house, the Ivy Mansion that we're all staying in, my family's house, is being attacked right now. So we need to leave. We need to go. I just got a message. One of those magic things.
Okay. Let's find the books.
Yeah, let's get out.
Well, we need to get the rest of them. We should check 2 rooms at once downstairs, maybe, and just double up the efforts. Yeah.
I agree.
Artem nods emphatically and starts
Let's go.
downstairs.
Alrighty.
While they're sort of chatting away and that's happening, can I just sort of do a quick study of this crystal ball and stuff?
Sure. Make a perception check or investigation check, your choice.
It's
I
gotta
was
be
gonna ask if
perception.
I could take it.
My first Kraken dice roll of the night. Shit. 5 plus 6 is 11.
It is a floating crystal. It's hard to tell if it's made of just polished glass or some sort of semi-precious stone. It's opaque, but that is all you see. And then as you're looking around, you do see there are these 5 devices. They are 5 different shapes and sizes.
Oh, look at her. Oh, it's,
Can I
it's definitely
give them a
round.
check as well?
Sure. So there is one that appears to be made of cherry wood. It's a cylinder, long cylinder, inlaid with polished jasper. There is one that is very utilitarian looking as compared to the others, which are somewhat ornate. It's sort of a dark, smoky metal. It's very it's unadorned, just like a tool. There's a delicate set of one that actually, instead of being one long cylinder, is actually two lenses. The left lens is slightly larger than the right lens, and there's silver wire. It's a very delicate thing, and it's, again, all of these are just sort of floating in the air, sort of arranged haphazardly around this central sphere. So this binocular-looking one that you are looking at now is silver wire inlaid with sky-colored moonstones, just sort of sprinkled out on each of them, no larger than a pea. And then there's one that is a sort of a squat cylinder, about 12 inches long, made of polished jade. This one actually, instead of the other ones, seem to have sort of a lens on the end that you could perhaps peer through. This one actually has it coming out of the side, perpendicular to the main cylinder. And then the last one is the largest one, 5 feet long, about 8 inches wide, and it is it's actually is not a solid piece. It is just interwoven rings of alabaster and platinum, just one after another, just sort of floating. They appear to be not one contiguous piece, but they are all floating in such a way that they appear to be, that they give that impression. And this one also has a viewfinder out inside.
You said that the largest one is 5 feet. The rest are all various sizes.
All various sizes. The largest one being about 18 inches long.
I touch one.
It floats, moves to your touch, and then after you move your hand, it slowly floats back to its original place.
I take it
It goes with you.
and grab another one.
You now have two. Which ones do you grab?
The last one I was by with this non-connected stone.
All right, so this one's quite large. It's like holding on to a very thick staff, but it does not seem to have any weight to it. So it's a little awkward sort of moving it around without hitting anybody, but it is not heavy. You're able to carry it without any issue.
I kind of like work my way backwards around the circle. So like the next one I grabbed, I think was another wood one.
The only one that is wood was the first one. That is.
Oh, okay. I forget what the second to last one was then. And I grabbed the one with the jade in it.
Stop saying my name.
I have this strange feeling that she's just going to line these up somewhere and knock them off a table one by one. Don't know why.
Please,
You're in another room, so I'm gonna pretend
be-
not to hear that.
be careful, my dear. Be careful.
I
Getting a bit nervous.
grab the binocular-looking one.
And then he shouts, "Boom!"
So far, they're all coming with you without any. They seem to be under some sort of magical levitation. They go wherever you move them. When you release one to pick up another one, it sort of floats there for a moment and then begins to slowly move back to its original position. You
Oh, I wasn't
grab it,
letting them
put
go. I was gonna take them.
That's fine.
Okay. I have 5 objects.
Okay. So the only thing left in the room now is this floating crystal.
As well take that too, right?
Letus, can you grab that? I don't have any more hands. I mean, can you like just stick that in your shell?
Or what
I'll
if
give
it
you a
goes
staff.
boom?
It'll help you with the walking.
Or if I put it in
I
my
can
shell?
bring you back to life. It'll be fine. No worries. I'm the protector.
Oh,
Did you forget? I will take care of you.
oh, that's absolutely fine then.
Follow my lead. I will take care of you. Do you want a staff for your walking? It might help you get around.
I think wrong with my own staff, dear.
Do you want 2?
I suppose that could balance me out a little bit.
Our walk.
He'll begrudgingly pick it up.
All right. You are now holding the crystal, and it also, very akin to these other devices, is floating.
Sean has an evil smile, and I'm very anxious as to what is going to happen with
These
these
smiles are never evil.
lies.
I don't believe we should take these, dear. We're not here to loot, are we?
We will lose nothing. There's no one here. Look, they're floating in space asking to be given as a gift. That was their whole purpose here.
I don't care what you guys do with those things, but we need to move on.
Yes, they will be very helpful for our mission. I think we'll need them to carry on into the castle.
I'm going to do a quick perception check, if I might, DM, just to see if we've missed anything in this lovely room full of crap.
Make a perception check.
I can make a perception check using my Kraken die.
Very nice.
I can't see anything.
All right, fair enough. It is a beautiful, moonless night on top of a grassy knoll. Nice place for a date.
It doesn't look like the way out, guys.
I got any idea what these could be? Is there any knowledge check? Arcana?
You make an Arcana check. Sure.
Religion?
I can
do
assist
that.
on that, trying to pull him out of the room.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got Arcana as well. Okay. I rolled
Can I
in
help
two
with the
big.
Arcana?
Oh, rolled in
They're
two big dice.
Staffs. Wizards like staffs. They get their backs get stiff, and then they
I
need
rolled a
staff to walk.
16 and a 15, so that is
Great.
21 for me.
Brilliant.
So
Arcana.
based on this nature of this room and maybe some things that you have heard in the past about devices such as this, you think that these are what are known as telescopes, or at least telescopic devices that are used to observe the night sky and see stars and perhaps other things that wouldn't normally be able to be viewed by the naked eye.
I put one up to my eye and look up to the sky.
The perspective changes, and as you look up, you feel like there's almost like a colored filter over your vision as you look through this, and it appears to sort of make certain elements of the night sky, certain stars and various celestial bodies recede while bringing others more to the front.
I explain to Sekhmet what they are. Put them down, my dear. We don't need them. And I look to see what her reaction is.
I put the big one down, but I hold on to the others.
As you let go of the big one, it stays in place for a moment and then slowly begins to float back to its original orientation.
And the other one, my dear. I pull out like a thing that can only be described as like a water bottle. And I threaten to squirt with it like you do with normal cats. I'm joking.
I was just gonna drink it.
Ooh.
No, not really. He doesn't do it. We don't need them, dear. Put back. You're not a thief.
And honestly, I wish I could just sit and look at the sky right now. That sounds really nice, but there are some people in trouble nearby.
We're
I
kind
think.
of in a
Dexter said
hurry.
His family was maybe in danger. We need to go.
I keep two. I keep the one with the jade and the is it a binocular or telescope looking one?
Well, there is one that does sort of resemble binoculars than a telescope.
That was the one with the lenses on the two ends. And...
Two ends, a silver, and sort of a sky-colored moonstone.
Yeah, I'll keep that one and the one with jade in it.
Very good.
I head out of the room.
Now I leave.
All right.
So as you step out of the room, they dissipate from your hands and
Wow.
reappear up on the grassy knoll behind.
I smirk
Alex.
a little bit.
How about we go to the end and work our way back in?
I will check this southeast door for traps.
All right, make an
DM.
investigation check.
Gotta be kidding me.
Natural
You roll
20
an
again.
This is my new lucky die. It's
Wow.
only worked on trap checking, but 28.
This door, again, remarkably untrapped.
It's gonna. I'm
It's
gonna get
too
a 2.
untrapped.
I'm gonna get a 2 when it's actually trapped. I will open the door.
All right.
Traps. So obvious you didn't even see it there.
Right. As you open this door, you see the above you is a little bit of a roof that is probably the bottom of the balcony from the level above. But then, as you look out, there is about a 5-foot tall fence made of brown lattice wood that goes around in a semicircle around the edge of this part of the mansion, and beyond it, just purple miasma. And this is obviously an arboretum. There are several trees that are planted into the ground, and the ground itself seems to be made of a crushed rock, but where the trees are, their roots go into where there's obviously soil. And there are 4 planters, each of which contains flowers, various shrubs. It's difficult to tell for sure without a closer look, but they might have food on them that could be edible. And from atop one of the trees, you see a cat that looks down at you, very difficult to see, as its coat is actually a spring green. It looks down at you, its eyes blinking inscrutably.
Love that word.
But with your investigation check earlier, you look in and you could see the cat quite easily.
Personally, I love this mansion.
Any books visible, DM?
Not from where you're currently standing.
I will. Would that investigation doesn't carry into the room
It
itself?
does. It gave you the cat.
Okay, gave you the cat. I will gingerly take a step into the room and see if I can scan for bookshelfy type things.
All right. You may make a perception check.
I rolled an 11 plus 5, 16.
So I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
Fantastic. I'm going to pop that one in to Discord. 21.
21. It feels really good out here. You step at it and your mood immediately brightens and you feel buoyant and like everything's gonna be all right. Just God, it's great to be out here and breathe all these people, and the sky is such a beautiful shade of purple. And then you shake your head and it passes. You still feel really good, but not quite as excited about it.
Delmira calls from the hallway. Is everything okay? Are you all right?
There's some affecting plants in this room, I believe. Maybe stay outside and I'll take a look.
He peeks over Sam Seal's shoulder and asks to get around so she can keep an eye on her brother from the doorway.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I will continue to move into the room and look for books.
All right. With your perception check, you do not see any books. All you see is this cat.
I have no milk on me. Do I have anything that would be a cat treat that would be salvageable from my food supply?
Do you have any? Yeah, if you have
rations.
food,
I have
rations, you can attempt an animal handling check with advantage.
I will do that. I will mosey up to the cat, not getting too close. I will let it be on the cat's terms, and I will offer it a bit of food. With advantage, that is a 14.
14. The 14 is enough as the cat sort of leaps down and licks the food and then takes it and then drops it on the ground, paws at it a moment, and then starts to eat it. As it does, I'm going to need another wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, great.
I was going to say, if it's not chicken or tuna, you're rolling a deck save.
Again,
It's a 15.
another one of these ways of just, oh God, it feels so good to be out here. Just, you want to live here. Just being out amongst this plants and these, God, look at that shade of yellow and of red. Just everything feels amazing. And then shake your head and, no, it does feel good out here, but there are serious things to do.
Are
And
there?
you're a serious person.
Can I identify where that sensation is coming from?
You may attempt to make an investigation check, but you've been doing a lot, Aptin. I would like to see if anybody else wants to do anything.
Absolutely.
I thought it was a good idea to check 2 rooms at once, so I'm going to open this door.
Which door is this door?
The one right by Shane.
Alrighty. As you do, you see this is a dining room, and there's a large chandelier hanging down over a long table, around which are 6 chairs. And on this table, there are dozens of tankards, just appear to be normal pewter tankards, just laid out. Don't appear to be in any particular order. And the eastern side of the room has humongous window which looks out towards the arboretum.
Oh. I'm gonna go in and look. Is there indeed a chair in the corner too?
There is, yes, a chair in the corner. I do apologize.
Guys, we could eat here. There's 7 chairs for us, but we got stuff to do. So, how many tankards are there?
Just if you take the time to count them, there are 20.
20 tankards.
And are those doors or windows? What are we seeing there on the
So there is the windows to the east, and to the west there is another door.
Let's open that one.
Alrighty. You reveal a kitchen. Inside are 2 cats that you have seen from earlier, and as you are watching, the cat that you saw, the last cat, most recent cat you saw. I'm sorry, moving you, Sekhmet. The door opens almost automatically. You could see the cat barely touched it. The door just opened it up and is letting them in. And there are 5 bowls of food, and each of these 3 cats are beginning to eat from each of these bowls. And let's see. The aromas of cooking are quite strong in this room. You don't see any signs of any food other than the food that's being eaten by the cats. And that is all.
Well, I don't see a book. Either of these places. There's not really a place to put.
You know what, Shane? Maybe we need to get some help. DM, I'm going to cast a spell.
All right. What spell are you casting?
I am casting Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
For the duration, I can read the thoughts of certain creatures. I can focus my mind on any one creature that I can see within 30 feet. And as long as it's not an intelligence of 3 or lower, or it doesn't speak any language, like a blob or something, then I can get into its brain a little bit. Just the surface thoughts, though, and I'm going to look at the cats.
All right. As you concentrate on each of these cats, they don't appear to have any thoughts that would surprise you as being more than what a cat should have. They are mostly thinking about what they're currently doing, eating their food. However, I do believe that spell also allows you to detect unseen thoughts. And you detect them coming from the large table directly behind you and all of the mugs that are sitting upon it. Each one of them seems to have a thought.
The table named Shale?
The thought is hungry.
Oh, dear. Shane, the table might try to eat you. We should probably be careful.
The table?
I think it wants to have dinner.
Okay. Right. Noted.
Let's not be in this room.
Kind of back up to the wall. All right. Well, we've got 3 other places to check. I mean, the other books were kind of mostly obvious, right? So maybe we should keep looking and
probably the mugs too.
Can I just lean
Shamsiel-
over and look? Are they full?
So as you lean over the table, having heard this conversation, you look down in the mugs, and each one of them you see a mouth open, and they come jumping at you, a huge swarm of bugs with teeth going over, and as you do, the table begins to and fold up as teeth and fangs emit from either end, and it tries to just close upon you like a gigantic Venus flytrap. And we will roll initiative.
It's like Beetlejuice.
And that was how Shane died.
Angel
Gone
food
too
cake.
soon.
So here is the tracker.
Click my
Let
token.
us roll
Rolls
the
initiative.
dice. Is rolling
As
initiative
is our
an ability
tradition,
check?
now we can all break into a musical, right?
All right, please do.
Is rolling initiative an ability check?
Daylight come,
Let me want to go home.
I didn't think of that, but that's very apt. Yes.
Is,
That was the first thing I thought.
is rolling initiative an ability check?
It is.
Okay, then I roll with disadvantage as I am exhausted.
Thank you for remembering.
I'm trying to roll
Yes,
with
thank
So here
you for
we are.
remembering, because I forgot. So I will also roll with disadvantage.
Some of us are in here. We're suddenly being attacked by how many of these? 8?
It appears to be one gigantic table and then a swarm of bugs just as they
Do they have flight speed?
they
Is this directed by Sam Raimi?
don't appear to have flight speed. But
you see
you can
my,
determine that for sure
disadvantage?
on your turn.
These weren't
Question.
chairs, these were cheos.
Question:
Mm.
Is this fight scene only for those within the room?
There's a loud shout from Shamsiel, and alarm is been raised, and there is clearly noise of combat happening. So, without any further ado, at the top, let's see, I've got Jasker, Artem, Politis, Zelmira, Shamsiel. Sekhmet, you are not on the
Oh
initiative
yeah,
tracker.
that's because I was at. Yeah. Now
I just
I
want to
know.
say that's not bad with disadvantage.
Now I'll roll.
I also don't know how my initiative became a 3.
I don't know either.
I don't see any other rolls, and my initiative was 21. It's just,
All right.
That's weird.
Yeah, that should definitely be a 21. You don't have something on you which gives you negative, well, a lot to your initiative, right?
Nope. I can carry my entire kit of glass blowing tools with no problem. So
Or disadvantage?
Yeah, did you roll? Did a disadvantage come up?
It didn't show. It just shows.
no.
You just edited it very quickly and fixed it, and we're back. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, at the top of the order, we have Shamsiel with a 21.
Oh, okay. Do I disengage is the question. Or is it fine?
Actually, let me move this. It jumped on you, and it is actually in your space, Shamsiel, although it is not, they have not attacked yet. They're just all over you.
Like, actually, we're... Okay, gotcha. Swarm style. Oh,
Yes,
in my space.
Swarm style indeed.
Oh.
Swarm style in your face.
DM, can I take a reaction?
You could take a reaction at any point.
I do a reaction, which is.
But the question, what are you? Yeah, it depends on what you're reacting to. Just
an
the fact
enemy
that-
within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
Yeah. I use my reaction to deal necrotic damage to a creature when you see it move. So you need to make a DC 14 con save.
do you have to have line of sight to the creature?
I'm right next to the door, am I not?
Let me just double check. Yeah, you are. Sorry, yes, you are indeed. Right in front of the door, in fact. Yes, you do have line of sight. DC
14.
14 con check. So, I have a 17.
Okay. And I think as it lasts. Just have a look 1 second. If it fails a con save. One creature you can see when it moves into your space. I'm assuming it doesn't take any then.
Yeah, I would say if it took half.
I'm going to post it in thingy, so go on, carry
Halo
on.
of Spores. Yep. does not say anything about taking half damage. So that's your reaction. And now it is Shamshield's turn.
I will. Well, I know that. I say, oh, quick, Jexter, you need to get away from these things. These will eat you right up. So, behind you the chance. So go, and I will hopefully provoke attacks of opportunity from it as I move to here.
Yes, as you move out of its space, they do get an attack of opportunity. Or, yes. So they take it as they all try to bite you. Hitting AC 16.
Oh, that's exactly it.
So 7 points of piercing and 7 points of acid damage.
Ouch. Is that both of them, or do they both?
That is
That is it. It's
indeed,
all-
the large one also gets attack of opportunity. Well spoke, sir. That one hits you with its pseudopod,
Oh no.
hitting AC 11.
No good.
Yep.
All
So
right.
you, as it you duck, you move your head out of the way, and a long sort of tongue-like appendage comes snaking out of it, and you realize that the underneath this table, as you were walking in, it appeared that you could see underneath it, but it was all camouflage, and this creature actually is a sort of in the shape of a long, oblong sort of shape, and the entire thing, even underneath it, which sort of akin to a magician's mirror magic trick, is in fact actually a creature as well.
Gotcha. All right. So I will make my first attack, drawing the bow way back. Does a 19 hit?
It does indeed.
All right. We'll start off with 20 points of damage. I'll take my second attack. I'm going to use a maneuver. I am going to, at the last moment, adjust that and add a D8 superiority die to bring it to a 19
And 19 does hit.
for another 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage as 2 arrows come streaking out from the kitchen in response to the twang of your bow. These cats all begin to scatter. This one moves here and quickly paws the door, which opens, and it ducks into the pantry here. And these two go running out of the
Yeah,
front
you guys-
door.
Yeah, you guys get away. Hurry. We'll take care of this. And I will action surge and make 2 more attacks. I'm just doing fighter stuff. I will go ahead, add another superiority die to that.
All right.
20 to hit.
That is a
for
hit.
18 more points of damage. My final attack is a critical hit.
Nice.
I'm gonna use. Nope. I need my superiority die. So 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. So,
Jeez.
although you have taken a hit from the smaller ones, this larger one has just you're able to calculate, looking at this bizarre creature, where the vital parts must be, and arrows hit it in various spots, and it's just thrashing back and forth, clearly severely wounded.
Peter, could you just quickly confirm your total damage for those 4 arrows, just so the people know?
36, 54, 78. Right? 78.
That's tremendous.
Wow.
Jexter?
Background.
Right.
I already provoked their op attacks, so.
God,
Unless
he's
they get multiple.
impressive. We need to keep him around.
Take a seat.
I actually look at the large mimic with a bunch of arrows sticking out of it, and I look at it and go, oh, that's not even real wood. Vicious mockery.
Right. Wisdom save?
Yes, wisdom save DC 15. I am unleashing a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments. A creature that can hear me.
I
So
have
they
a
would
natural
say-
20 on the roll
Okay, it is real.
for a 21.
Thought it was just a veneer. And then I'm going to duck out of the room 5, 15, 20, and I'm out.
You're out. You still have more movement if you wish to take it.
I look at Sekhmet and go, there's a table in there trying to eat us for dinner. Who knew?
Alrighty. And it is Sekhmet's turn.
Oh no, it won't. And I pass Jexter. Can I be like in the doorway, or is that too?
So you can't willingly end your turn in an ally's space, but you can move into their space. It costs double movement to move through their space. So 5, 10, 15.
Could probably shoot it from there.
Just inside? Just inside?
Well, you need to occupy the space. Unfortunately, D&D does not have rules for just inside. You need to be on a 5-foot square.
Well,
You can shoot the big one from there.
right there?
From where you
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet is what that would take you to get there. I believe that is 5 feet less than your speed. So you are good to get there, and you still have 5 feet left.
This grid is not 5 feet.
It is.
It takes
You
two
said-
Do I
times
not
movement.
see the grid properly?
5, 10, going through Dexter's space. 15, 20, 25, going through Belita's space.
Okay.
30, you cannot go diagonally around corners. 30, and then 35. Doubt me not.
I remember being able to move.
40 you can move, can't you?
Yeah, that's your
True.
base speed is 40.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you've got 5 more movement if you want. It costs twice as much to
Here's my
move
base
through
speed.
someone.
My base speed is 30.
Is it? Well, in that case, you
Um,
can only move to here. It's monks. That's right.
Okay,
All my
'cause I
Tabaxi
remember-
players
'cause-
have been Tabaxi monks, which give a base speed of 40. So yes, you can move to
Oh, is it
there.
only okay? But a Tabaxi, like, doesn't. I can move through difficult terrain, but going through somebody else is still double space.
Do you have a feat that allows you to take to not count difficult terrain as you run through?
I don't know.
Maybe.
We've been reminded that feline agility.
That is a
double your
thing,
speed.
but you need that is an ability you need to do if you wish.
Would it be under?
You definitely, with using that, you would definitely have enough speed to get wherever you want. But
I do have feline agility.
so where would you like to go? With feline agility, you can get quite far. Looking at your character sheet,
Can I just get me in the room?
you are in the room.
Great, that's all I want. I'm gonna put this thing on fire. And I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. All right. That is a dexterity saving throw, as I recall, correct?
Yes, 15.
Not particularly dexterous. It is rolling 12, so it has failed.
Great. Now I do math.
hmm
Oh no, I need more dice.
You could also.
I'm gonna do this for the time being and then have my husband get me those dice. That one.
All right, 4 points of radiant damage. That was an action and a move. And do you have anything else that you wish to do, Sekhmet?
No.
Okay. That will bring us to the swarm of mimics, which have a taste of blood and go running out through the door. You may take an attack of opportunity on them as they do, Sekhmet. If you wish.
Do you have a weapon?
Cast. More
Do you have a weapon drawn? That's a good point.
Oh. Did I draw it? I mean, I didn't vocalize.
I'm willing
I
to
had it
say
drawn,
that
so
you-
we're gonna
Claws
say
that
no.
she
Yeah.
can use.
I'm willing to say
do
that
have
you have
claws. I do have claws.
a weapon.
For
Well, that will count.
fun. For fun, let's scratch them.
All right.
Now, how do I scratch? Claws. Roll a thing. 18
18 is a hit.
hits. 1. Is that really what that says? Oh man.
Yeah, it's unfortunately your claws don't do that much damage.
2.
But every little bit counts. 2 points of damage.
2.
Got it. So they come up to Shamsio and attack you with their pseudopod, hitting AC 12. Which I believe
That
is a
will
miss.
not do it. I will dodge out of the way.
And then they attempt to bite you again. Actually, they move into your space.
Okay.
I'm going to put them there because otherwise nobody sees them. But they are in your space as they once again swarm all over you. Just clank, 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 clank. And as they do, the clanking becomes sort of more of a fleshy sound as they lose their tankard shape completely and just take on the form of sort of larva-like biting creatures with many, many eyes. And you are bitten, hitting AC 9, which is a miss, as you are able to sort of bat them away as each of them come trying to choop on you.
Unbitten.
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 I'm
as
just
I
going to
stomp
say,
on
if you're
them.
going to hit Shane, you have to bring real pods, not pseudopods.
Artem, 'tis your turn.
All right. I don't think I can move enough to get into the doorway to hit the big one, so I think I'm gonna have to dash. And so with my dash, I'm going to move here. I think that I have enough room to do so, getting through opponent or ally spaces. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That doesn't leave me an attack. Where is Jade? Is Jade still kind of hanging out here, watching this cat at the base of the stairs?
Yeah, that is the last thing you told him to do.
All right, I will, with my bonus action, call Jade to me and have it attack the small mimic.
Alrighty.
And I have to find where that attack is. So please move forward to the next person while I hunt, and then I will.
Very well.
Thank you.
The next person is Boletus.
I will bonus action cast Shillelagh.
Alrighty.
And I move into the room, so that's 5.
How do you
10,
cast Shillelagh, Boletus?
15. He just places his hand over the staff, and blue crystal. The mushrooms on there turn like crystals and become hardened and glow.
I remember that from last game.
We'll go in there, give it a whack.
Whack it here.
So wacka wacka wacka. Oh, hang on, it's Shillelagh, isn't it? Hang on. Druid stuff, sorry, never played Druid. +6 to hit. An 18. 24.
A massive hit.
And you can make me a DC 14 save from my reaction as well.
All right.
It's a D8. 1d8 plus
A wisdom
3.
save?
Yep.
I have a
D8.
16.
That's a pass. A D8 plus 3, 5 damage.
5 damage.
That's it. Nearly as much as Peter's.
Nearly
character.
as much. You whack it. The thing sort of. You see a set of at least a dozen eyes just look and lock upon you.
Apologies.
Zelmira, before you are able to take your turn, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie. Don't love that.
But you
But
have
I'm
passed
quite
with
wise.
flying colors. Your eyes have widened in alarm as you realize that there's battle going, and then all of a sudden, you just feel delicious. Just absolutely amazing. Just, oh man. Combat against unknown assailants? Is there anything better than this? Oh, maybe you should just go and lie down in the... No. You shake it off, and you are able to take your turn as normal.
Awesome. She's gonna have to try to unpack whatever those new thoughts and feelings were for her later in her journal. But for the time being, she will respond to the ruckus that she hears in the adjoining area. And so I Okay, so if I were to try to get past Sekhmet and Boletus, that would be double the space per tile, correct?
Indeed it would.
Okay, so I have 45 feet, so I'm gonna do that. So I have 5, 15, 25, 30 to end up right in front of this little guy.
Mm-hmm.
And behind
You are.
the big
You
guy.
are. Keep in mind that the little guy is actually in Shamsiel's space, and it is not
Okay.
just one thing; it is many things, just
Sure.
snowing all over him. So it's there so that it can be seen. Because if I put it on Shamsiel's space, then nobody would be able to see it.
Right. Okay, so I will take this opportunity then to throw darts at some of the guys surrounding Shamsiel.
All right. So not a disadvantage because they are not, in fact, right there. They're actually 5 feet away, lining up very carefully to throw darts at Shamsiel. 11 is not a hit, unfortunately, as what just barely misses your eye, Shamsiel.
Wait, so I can't like focus on any other ones? It has to be the one right next to him if there are a lot of them.
There are a swarm, which is classified as pretty much one entity that has certain abilities that only a swarm has.
Okay, so I'm posing the
If you
possibility
hit, then one of them is killed, and the swarm does. It has a set among. Think of it as a creature. It has hit points. So as you
Yes.
hit each one, it does do damage, and it does. Targeting one, you could certainly try. For flavor, you see one that looks particularly nasty and target that one, but you are doing damage to the whole as a group.
And she's not in danger of hurting me.
Yeah, that's my question.
Maybe not.
It'd only be good
It's all right. I'll just cover my eyes and say it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
A little higher, just a little higher.
Do it. Trust the
I'm glad
Kraken.
you trust me.
The Kraken will never do you wrong.
Unfortunately, because it's combat, I'm not rolling with my Kraken dice.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we're not doing that. Sorry.
So I'm gonna try again with my second action.
All right. 14 is a hit.
Nice.
As you see one that, just as Shamsiel is looking at you, like sort of panicking, don't do it. You see one that is literally just about to rip off his ear, and you throw the dart. It goes right through it, and it falls dead.
I say as I throw it, hey, he needs that ear. Tosses it.
Anything else, Zelmira?
No, that's it.
All right. That will bring
I'm
us.
ready for my bonus action, if I may.
Oh,
I found it.
Gotcha. Go for it.
So I'm going to call it Homuncu Jade for clarity purposes, but he flies up, he arches his wings in sort of a pouncy pose. His tail comes from underneath him, and he makes kind of a C shape, and he freezes there in air for a minute, and then there's just a little boom, and he does a force strike at the swarm.
All right.
For a 6.
Is that damage or is that
That was to hit.
to hit? The 6 does not hit, unfortunately.
It does not hit. That's the end of Homuncu Jade's turn. Thank you.
Quite welcome. That will bring us to the mimic table, which has all these arrows. You see this sort of green ichor falling from one wound, and orange falling from another, and red falling from another, as if even the blood itself has this sort of chameleon shape-changing ability as it sort of moves itself and tries to attack you, Boletus. It is going to hit you once with its pseudopod.
Oh, no.
I have hit AC 20.
On the dot.
I've rolled double 20s, so that is 8 points of bludgeoning, and you find yourself adhered to it, and you are grappled.
8 points.
He picked the least edible one, though.
Well, not that smart. And then it tries to bite you.
What? I'm not very buyable.
We will see about that. Yeah, I hit AC 9, so the jaws, just these huge jaws, just come down and hit your shell. Just
Get off
as
your
they're
back.
trying to
Trying to hit
Your
it on the
head is actually inside the creature, and there's this long
was on
sort
my
of
chest.
tongue lolling around your face as its teeth try to find purchase on the hard shell. And that's going to bring us back to the top of the order with Shamsia.
Aha! How depleted is this swarm?
It's difficult for you to see as they are on you. There are many that are behind you, some that are on top of you. Being able to see them all at once, difficult. So if you really want to know, I will require a perception check.
Don't want to know that bad.
Okay.
So I am just going to seem to be in okay shape. So I'm just going to be taking and pulling the bow just short back, but trying to just ping little ones down, pinning them on the ground around my feet. Kind of like that, yeah.
Yep.
Difficult, but I'm going to try it.
Go for it.
First attack is going to be a 20.
That's a hit.
And I'll just do it since I have it up. And second attack is a 20.
So both of those hit.
Total of 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. So with each one of these arrows, you manage to like skewer 2 or 3 at a time. Just as those of you watching Shamsiel, he seems to be almost completely covered by this swarm. It's difficult to make out his face, and you just see arrows shooting out of it with little larva-like creatures just attached to them. Excellent. That is going to bring us to Jexter.
Did Shane have anything else he wanted to do? He's awful cool.
I'm going to restore 15 hit points to myself. With
With a second wind.
I think you see just almost like a flap of the wings. The spectral wings don't come fully out, but they kind of emerge and wrap around him, almost like he's wrapping himself in a angelic feathered cocoon for a moment, and then he looks up again, having closed some of the wounds on his body.
As his body glows, this sort of roiling mass of larva-like creatures slows for a moment, and then continues as if they too were affected by this celestial power, although they don't appear to have been healed.
Oh, good.
Jexter.
I'm just glad I'm not in the room because we could all be basking in his glory.
I was going to say, if that was the case, that would be the best group hug ever. Just everyone just gather around with the fighter and second wind together.
Okay, so I'm just going to move 5 to
Don't make it weird, Peter.
Look in the doorway, and looking in the doorway at the mimic. It's got like arrows sticking out of it and stuff, right? Is it?
Yeah. And it
Actually,
is now.
hurts?
It is trying to basically swallow Belitis as it can't seem to get purchase with its teeth.
Okay. I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to pull out a small, tiny little mirror that I have. I'm going to sprinkle out a feather and wave the feather around the mirror and point it at the thing and go, "Do you even see yourself?" I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the mimic. No, Tasha's Hideous... I need a wisdom saving throw of 15.
And it just sort of gurgles and just sort of moves back and forth. Its tongue sort of... As Belitas, you are still attached to it, kind of going along for the ride, as it sort of chortles and burbles and blood coming from wounds. Just... It's a mess. But it rolled a 5 on that wisdom, in case it wasn't clear. You have succeeded.
So it must fall prone and become incapacitated with Belitas in its mouth.
Yes. It is prone. Belitas, you are still stuck to it, so you're still grappled, but you don't have to be worried about
Belitas
being
can't
prone.
see what's going on. As I say, all this outside, he's just got his stick and he's just trying to hit it with his stick.
And incapacitated.
I'm going to look at Sekhmet, and I'm going to say something inspiring using up a bardic inspiration.
Alrighty.
Oh, and it rolled. Hold on.
It did.
That's it for me.
All right. Sekhmet, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to stay put. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right.
24.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Hit.
Where would you like this to be? I'm going to put it right there and give you control. Although, yeah. Let's see. Control by Sekhmet. There you go. You should be able to move it. That is it. And what was the damage?
Oh, I didn't do that part yet. I was listening to. Oh, gracious. Good thing there. Oh, two. Just hold.
2 points of damage.
No. I get to roll 2 dice. Sorry, that was thinking to my. I rolled 1 and I rolled a 1 and I was really sad. 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Excellent.
No, I lied. It was 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Very well.
I'm reading too many things here. Okay,
I hear you.
5 points of damage. Ignore that.
5 points of damage. That attack would actually have been at advantage. So go ahead and roll again to see if you rolled a crit because it was prone.
I keep that other 8 then.
Did you roll a 20?
Do roll a 20 or roll my damage die?
Yeah, you've got advantage.
You have
Got the
advantage on this
advantage to
attack.
roll. I'm
So you get to-
pretty sure she's about to roll a 20.
Yeah, I'm
Just
pretty
just
sure.
roll a 20.
Yeah, just roll a d20.
Roll a 20.
If you roll a natural 20, be happy about it.
I rolled a 10.
All right,
Oh.
so the first attack stands from the spiritual weapon. Anything else you'd like to do? Mr.
Yes, I would like to cast Sacred Flame again.
Sacred Flame again. That is absolutely possible. A wisdom check. I rolled a 19. No, wait, it's a dex check. So
Dex.
rather than 19, I rolled an 18 on the die. So that is that's another 19. So passes.
Is it prone or?
It is prone.
Oh, it doesn't lose dex.
I do not think so.
I got no idea.
Oh, I can never remember. Prone does it have disadvantage? Well, if it does have disadvantage, the other roll was an 18, so both of them succeed.
What was the question? What was
The question is, if you are prone, do you have disadvantage on dex saves?
It doesn't.
It
Apparently.
depends on
not,
the
no.
spell because
Yeah, if it's a ranged attack, you would have advantage. The person attacking would be disadvantage, but
what was the attack?
it was a
Sacred
sacred
Flame.
flame.
Sacred Flame ignores cover and
Yes.
things of that nature.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Carry on.
It takes no benefit from
me being
cover,
bad.
so
It wasn't.
it's
It wasn't.
descending upon the whole thing.
It wasn't undercover, so we're good. Sekhmet's turn is done. The swarm of mimics continues to swarm you, Shamsiel. Pseudopods, as they all. That's a 7. Gonna miss. As you can feel little tiny tongues just sort of all over you, trying to find something to adhere to, but so far unsuccessful. And my roll for bite is 15. It's a miss.
Is that on me? Yeah.
No, that's on Shamsiel.
Okay.
I believe I have missed your
15
AC is
misses
16.
as well. I thought it was the big one. My apologies. Yes.
That's all right. So that brings us to Artem.
Artem is a little grossed out by all of these pseudopods attacking Shane, and so he's like, Shane, stand still. And so he will twist his little eyepiece, and gas starts to emit from it. His ring finger pops back, and with a flint and steel, he launches a firebolt at the swarm
All right.
for a
Oh my
natural
God.
20.
Oh my God.
Sabas is on fire tonight.
Regardless
He
of
didn't
what you roll.
But just for fun. So it is a 21 points of damage.
All right. So a blast of fire comes streaking out of the door, Shamsiel, and you feel a wave of heat as dozens of these creatures just fall around you. A slight sizzling sound and smells like bacon.
I will look at him as I run into the room, and I'm like, "Huh, are your wings okay?" And I will not even wait for an answer, and I will bring Jade with me, and Jade will do another force attack from a distance at our big friend.
Alrighty.
Force strike for 21.
21.
doing a whopping 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. This thing, was this a melee attack?
It's a ranged attack, so it would be disadvantage.
Ranged
wouldn't it?
would be disadvantage, yes.
Second roll then.
Misses,
All
unfortunately.
right, then nothing happens, and I will stay right where I am. Actually, no, I will move another 5 feet here and give Shane vision into the room. I'm done.
Okay. Bulitus. What are these kids doing?
I'm not prone, no, am I? Or
No.
obviously,
Just because it went prone does not mean you go
flavor's
prone.
sake, he's probably half of him still inside his mouth.
Okay.
Still drooling
He's
on
still
you.
like outside trying to whack it, and I'm going to try and
It's
actually.
a strange sensation. This sort of chortling, coughing, bleeding to death sound.
Trying to like remember how to play this character, and I've got so much more to add. So I've got advantage, correct?
Yes, it is prone.
You
You are still grappled, but
Yeah.
a 16 is a hit.
16 to hit, because I've also got Booming Blade that I keep forgetting to do. This is without Booming Blades. It's 9, and Booming Blade is another D8 on top. Another 3, and then a reaction save from you again, sir, for a wisdom save.
It doesn't matter, Bulitus, as you from within this thing, you just and there's a as just guts and gore splatters the entire room, leaving Bulitus the calm, quiet, and elderly Tortle standing in the midst of gore. As
You
it is
see,
dead.
people? Wizards. We need to get out of here and save my family.
Dead. Right. As you are saying that, Dexter, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
While he's doing that, I just want to say to everyone, very much welcome to our channel. We are doing a giveaway. We are sponsored by Kraken Dice themselves. We've given away 2 sets of dice. If you would like to enter, !giveaway. They are stunning dice, and you will not be disappointed. So please join in the fun. !giveaway to enter. So
Very
thank you very
nice.
much.
That was an 18 total for my
18.
wisdom saving throw.
So as you are standing here, condemning wizards at the same time as you want to get out of this place to go save your family, you are
No. I
All
want to save
wizards.
the house. They can go to hell. I mean, sorry. Whoops.
hey, trying
Not
to
all
save the
bad.
car too. But you feel this sensation pour over you, just like, oh, maybe it's not such a bad thing that the entire family is going to die. You could just stay here. It appears to be very comfortable. Sure, the table has been destroyed and there's guts everywhere, but I mean, how hard could that be to clean up? And I mean, just for this feeling alone, and then it passes and you just, and you hear this very close by. Do you speak Draconic? Then I'm afraid you do not understand. the words that
But
you
it's
described.
been less than a full minute. I never let go of concentration.
That is true. So on your next turn, you may attempt to detect what it is that is just spoken next to you.
And that's not me being reactive. I was waiting for something.
No problem.
Wizards. Man.
Selmira, you are covered in goop.
Selmira looks down at her goop-covered body and tries to get it off because she's also wearing really nice silk and she's kind of pissed that she's covered in this goop. And so she sees inside the room that her brother and Shamsiel are now enveloped by all these horrible little gnashing buddies. Aren't you in the room?
I killed them.
You killed all of them?
The swarm is dead, is it not, Sean?
No, it is still going. There are still, there are still a few on
Oh, I
Gensio.
was like,
Oh, I thought I destroyed them all. I was so proud of
You
myself.
destroyed a
Oh,
lot of them, but there are still some left.
Gotcha.
okay, so not to be outdone by her baby brother, she runs into the room, and I am going to hit him with my short sword.
Alrighty. Roll that attack.
Thank you. 14.
That is a hit.
Nice. 8 points of piercing damage.
And the final blow is yours as you have an opportunity to put goop on Shamsil.
Oh, yeah.
How do you wish to kill all of the remaining of these mimic babies?
So, I'm imagining that they're all kind of in a place in which if I were to position myself centrally in the room, that I could kind of like run, push Shamsil out of the way, and then take my short sword and do a sort of like pirouette motion. And as I turn, I slash at each of the standing, or flying rather, little nasties.
Alrighty.
Very graceful.
I want to check something if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Zelmira.
You know, I remember we used to have another character here. Taking it back to Persephone with all of her wonderful daring moves,
Indeed.
shifting her grips on her weapons, things like that.
She's not
Buying your
dead.
time,
Don't
DM.
cry.
No,
We didn't have a baby. Wow.
It's over.
Are you back,
I was
DM?
I'm back. I'm sorry. I was just checking to make sure. I couldn't think why a monk would have proficiency in that, but you do. You're good. You're all set. And that is the end of combat. And Jexter, as you are still concentrating on...
I have to apologize. Hideous laughter is concentration, so...
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up in chat. But I rolled a 5. So even if I had the slightly extra bonus from the con roll, it would have still failed spectacularly. And as the music ends, we go back to our previous mood as there's still it's even dripping from the ceiling from this explosion that Meletus did from within, just all over the windows, just massive multicolored spray of goo. And Jexter, you can detect thoughts coming from directly next to you. Are you doing anything, Jexter? You are frozen. No,
I'm thinking.
you're thinking. Sorry.
Or do I hear the thoughts as I took another spell slot away because of concentration being down?
Alrighty. Let me see here.
I mean, I could just punch the thoughts.
Right. You hear there's disappointment, sort of surface thoughts. Just you're aware of something being there. It doesn't allow you to pinpoint exactly, it's not, you can use detect thoughts on something you can see to detect their surface thoughts. In this context, the spell, you can only just detect the presence of thoughts. But even so, you get a mild disappointment.
Can I tell where this... Do I have any idea of any way to tell, and I'm reaching, any way to tell where this would be coming from, what it could be coming from, direction, object, effect within range?
I will allow either a nature check or an intelligence check.
Arcana?
Nope, not based on the information you already have.
Okay, I'll go with nature. And rolling 18
18.
total.
You, whatever it is, it seems to have the ability to affect things while being invisible. You are fairly certain that it is close to you, and you can sort of feel a little bit of wind as if it's flying, whatever this thing is. Something very close to you, and it You haven't taken any damage. It doesn't
Would that
seem to
be
be
considered-
attacking you per se.
Would invisibility be considered a magical effect?
Depends on how it's being achieved, but there certainly are spells that can allow somebody to be invisible.
Okay, carry on. I do want to announce, everyone, there's something around. It reminds me back in school when all those buggers got their first familiars. There's something dancing around us, messing with us. Would anyone be able to help?
Well,
with
you
that?
all are no fun at all. Just a bunch of serious, boring.
Didn't you hear the joke I said about the mimic?
It wasn't a good one.
The mimic thought it was.
It would have been more interesting if the mimic had eaten you.
Is
All
he
right,
saying
just
this
come
aloud
out.
to everyone or just to Jexter?
He's saying it aloud to everyone.
Just come out.
I am out. I'm right in front of you.
I kick.
Oh.
It is flying about 10 feet in the air.
Why don't you come out and talk?
We're talking now. Why don't you come back into the garden and we can just relax some more? Just like
there's probably going to be some giant dryad riding some type of creepy undead monster jump out and kill us all. That would
that sounds horrible. No. There's nothing like that. There's just me. Me and my partner.
Jexter, you might want to shut the door.
The cat
I
really
closed
likes
the
it.
door. In honor of
Hey!
Falker.
Those of you who are standing by the window, you see flying a little diminutive draconic form, purple and pink, with butterfly wings and a long curly-Q tail that ends in a tuft of pink fur. And it sort of flies back and forth from the window and scratches at it. And you hear,
Hey, come out! Come out!
Can I tell what it is?
make a nature check.
Nature check +5. Is this an ability check?
This could also be an arcana check. It is.
I rolled a 19 and a 17.
Yeah, very nice.
With my cracker dice. So with obviously 17 +5, so 22.
22. This is a dragon. Very, very small, diminutive form of dragon called a fairy dragon. A product of the Feywild.
Oh, I know what that is. Come out!
Do I know them to
I
be
open the
conniving or
door.
anything?
Flies back over.
Hey! Will you come in? Or come out, I guess?
Why do I feel so relaxed in there?
Well, it's a very pretty garden.
That's not the right answer.
I don't think it's just that. I've had feelings I've literally never felt in that room.
Would you like some more?
I would not, thank you.
Oh,
Why don't you come in?
see, that's what I mean. You, no fun.
Why don't you come in?
I can't.
Why not?
Reasons?
Well, you can tell me.
Well, come on, we'll talk about it.
I'll meet you at the door.
I hate to say it, guys, but you know, as we're defending ourselves in here, there's a lot of other people outside that probably need our help too. We probably should keep looking, right? We always come back and talk to the dragon later.
What if the dragon knows what the books are?
Oh, you're looking for books? That's part of the reason why I'm stuck out here.
Because of the books?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun moving the books around.
Oh, so you know
put them
where they
all
are.
over the house. And that's against the rules, so we have to stay out here until Fistandia says we can come back in.
You know what? I bet if you helped us, I bet you would be forgiven. Don't you want to help us? Persuasion.
All right.
Oh, that's a great idea. But I give him guidance. And while Scott's doing that,
So I'm sorry, you can't guide him after he's made the,
true.
made the check.
While
Haven't rolled
Alias is
yet.
doing that, our
you haven't
sponsor
rolled
is
yet?
in chat, and no Kraken dice for you, Kraken dice.
That would be funny. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Bolitas, what do you say as you sort of move? I guess you don't have to say anything. You just sort of put your hand on Jexter's shoulder, and there's a pulse of green energy and a sort of a of spores that descends upon you, Jexter, and your voice just becomes a little bit more mellifluous.
Now, is that a bonus? What is that?
That's a
guidance?
D4 to your roll.
Okay, and I'm rolling it straight roll, right?
Yes, there's no advantage.
That is a 20 plus 4.
But even though you all are very boring, this is the most excitement I've had in a really long time. I can't come in. You can come out. But I guess I'll help you if I can. What's your name?
Well, my name is Jexter.
Jexter.
I'm actually a
very happy
harple.
to-
Don't hold that against me, though.
I don't know what a harple is.
Oh, well, I'm one.
You look
And-
like a harple.
I thank you. I think they're usually intimidating and boring, and they read books. They really
Then
like
you
books.
definitely look like a harple.
What's your name?
My name is Ashenmob.
Could you say that again?
Ashenmob.
How do you spell that?
I have no idea. Never had to write it down.
Ashenmob. Well, do you think you could help us? You find all these letters and books and things. Right now, we just have a Y, an E, a T, and an I. We've just got a Yeti.
I don't know what those are.
Maybe you could help us find all the books everywhere.
There's a lot of books here. There's books
Tell us.
upstairs, there's books downstairs, there's books in this place, all over the place, and we moved them. All of them.
Why don't you just tell us where we might be able to find some of those interesting ones? Because I
I just
know you
did. We
wanna
moved them
help us.
upstairs, we moved them downstairs, we moved them all over the place.
Come
Where are the books that look like
Do you-
this?
Do you know
And-
how many you put in upstairs and downstairs?
Ugh. Nope. A
I
lot.
show the books that we've been collecting.
We moved those.
Did you move more than just books that look like that?
Yep.
Okay, I think we keep looking.
Did you find the secret door?
Where's the secret door?
Oh, there's a secret door in. There's a room next to the stairs that go upstairs, and inside there's a library with a lot of books, which we moved. And there's a secret door that leads to stairs going downstairs. Fistandia was really mad when we found that. We got
opened
punished
that.
then too.
Was it? Are you talking about this room, DM?
That would fit the description that was just made. You found that almost right away when you were here before.
Oh, that's the one that is downstairs. Okay, yes, gotcha.
So, what? I'm wondering what's gonna take longer, talking to this thing or actually just looking.
I
with
say
our
we keep
eyeballs.
looking. Yeah.
So maybe we should keep looking.
What if we put the books away? I mean, when we find the books, we tell who punished you. We leave a note saying that you cleaned up your mess and felt bad, and then maybe they'll let you back in.
That might work. That'd be great. But we still can't come out of here until Fistandia says it's all right. But if you're
Well,
going,
we-
Jexter, hey,
He brings up a
Put in a good
claw,
word for you.
puts up a claw, and covers one nostril as a breath of purple and pink sparkles just descend all over you. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
You have
that
no
cost-
idea, DM, but you just had special effects with that.
That was
How
amazing.
invisible.
How did that
I was gonna say,
happen?
did the dragon
I
go
have special
invisible
effects?
again?
You disappeared the moment you went.
Just-
Oh, I missed it.
It was amazing.
Oh, somebody's
happening?
either going to clip that or you
Yeah,
can watch it
somebody's
on,
gotta
on
clip
the. You can watch.
Why
it after
is
the
this
stream.
happening?
I think it's something to do with the zoom settings and picking the right background for for that.
Why is it? But it's worked every other time.
Well,
I've noticed
we'll
it the
work that
last
out,
few
so-
weeks. You keep getting like, it looks like you've got a black eye when something start flickering through.
It started fading in.
There you
right
go,
when
that's
you
better.
started. It was
Yeah.
really-
Hopefully
it
working
was
all
good.
right.
While we're
Okay,
on that note,
You're good
while
now.
we're
So
on that note,
quick reset.
yeah, massive thank you to Isometric for 5,000 bits.
Isometric T.
Cheers, buddy. Cheers,
Wow.
Isometric.
What does that
to
give
go.
us?
I mean, what does that give us? I mean, it's either 5 healing potions or 10
I mean,
inspirations.
it's only 2,000 to be an NPC.
2,000 for an NPC. Isometric, if you want to message Sean for an NPC of your choice next week. And then the rest of the 3, we could do 3 healing potions, or all the players can get a D20 inspiration.
We'll just go ahead and do 3 random healing potions right now,
Yes.
and
Okay,
that
that'll
way
work.
we'll hold off on the others.
Okay, here we go. Kaboom!
Throw that
For
macro
the
up.
top 3, we've got Jexter with a 20. We've got Cordelia, who's not here. So we've got me with a 12. That I don't think I use a healing potion. So Artem with 11 and Bolitas with 11.
So Jexter, Artem, and Velitas, we get a random healing potion. Now, what would that random healing potion be, Mr. DM?
It would be, I'm going to roll 3 times, 3d100. So all of them are normal.
I will take it. I will take
Thank
it.
you so
Thank you
much.
very
Thank you
much,
so much,
Isometric.
Isometric.
We know who you are, so thank you very, very much. Much
And
appreciated.
we know where you live.
Oh,
We
that's,
know where you live.
that sounded
Prepare to
foreboding.
receive our maximum gratitude.
Oh.
I would say
don't
you
know
could
if I want
enter. I would say you could enter the giveaway, but you're not allowed.
That's true. Well, so I need that wisdom saving throw, Jexter.
I can do a wisdom saving throw. I can do that. Yes, I can. I can click on that, and I can have a 12 as my wisdom save.
Ooh. So as the air floats
Don't know
over
what
you
he
and descends
said.
on you, and the fairy dragon disappears with a
Yeah, fun.
Aw.
and you no longer see it as it turns invisible. When does it? Right. Gone. You again feel amazing. Just everything feels good. The few remaining scrapes that you have from combat earlier, the pain in them has dissipated completely. You are remembering the last 5 amazing dishes that you've had to eat over the past 5 years. They come flooding back as if you're eating them all at once right now. Each bite, another delicious, savory sensation that thrills your entire body. Even the roots of your hair feel beautiful. And you don't feel like doing
Maybe he's born with
anything.
it. Is there a practical effect that's happening?
There is. I would like you to roll a d6.
Oh God, I'm going to roll with my Kraken dice because even if I roll a 1, I'll look good doing it.
That's right.
I rolled a 4.
A 4. You just feel great. You just sit there with a sort of a beatific expression on your face, eyes somewhat glassy.
So normal.
So normal. Yes, exactly. What would the rest of you like to do? A few minutes here before we go on break.
Let's go investigate more doors.
Carry that.
That was gonna be
By
my vote
investigate,
as
I
well.
mean I open it.
What door do you open?
This one.
When you say this one, what do you mean?
I pinged it. Sorry, the one.
Pinged it.
straight to
All the way at the
left.
very end. So you open the door, and you reveal very similar to the other side of this mansion, except there is no garden, a little courtyard with another small, short wooden wall and a purple miasmic maelstrom cast out beside in front of you. And there also appears to be a door that leads from this area into another room.
Ooh. Which door should we take into the next room, do you think? Probably the closest one.
Yeah. That
None of these
sounds
hall
good.
doors have been trapped, so I think we're fine. I'll open the door.
Alrighty.
Selmir is close behind.
I know, right?
This appears to be another library of sorts, except this one has been just absolutely. Looks like somebody has gone here and just willy-nilly knocked all of the books off the shelf with no regard whatsoever to cleanliness or order. Very disrespectful of this library. The shelves are very tall. They go all the way to the ceiling, and they're lined with books, the ones that are still on shelves. There are several little reading desks with little lamps that are have a little flame burning merrily in a glass container. And you see a beautiful light gray cat with crystal blue eyes. And looking at the eyes, they're so clear blue, it actually makes the fur itself take on a blue tinge. And it is sitting on one of the desks, looking at you all.
We'll go in and look for books.
Let's look for books.
All right.
I love books.
There are a lot of books in this room, just willy-nilly piled here and there. Just a large treasure trove of unorganized literature. So I will need someone to make an investigation check to see if you can find that there is a tome with Mordenkainen's
Let
face
me help you
Can I-
with that, sir. And I pass
All right.
guidance.
Oh, all right. Here we go. My streak. So I rolled an 8 plus 8, 16 plus a guidance of 4.
My guidance is so special, you get a D20 on top.
I'm gonna roll my D4.
Go for it.
Another 4. That's 20. Dirty 20.
20 is enough as you begin to sort of kick over books and you think, this is going to take forever. And you look up and you see underneath this cat is a familiar looking tome.
Oh, hey, kitty, over here. Huh. And he will take another piece of ration and try to bring it to him. It's good food. Your friend liked it.
Would like to approach the cat like she did with the other one, and avoiding eye contact, she's not trying to aggress the cat, put her hand out and just see if it will react the way the other one did.
All right, I will allow you each to make an animal handling check, or one of you can make it with advantage. Your choice.
You do it. It's all you, sis.
All right. Thank you, baby bro. Wink.
2 minutes. 2 minutes, Sally.
So that's 14.
Those 2 minutes mattered.
But you are rolling with advantage, so go ahead and roll again.
And a 22.
22.
It just hasn't popped up yet, I think, on.
And suddenly the cat says, meow, 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 meow.
It sits up. That's right.
Classic.
It sits up and its eyes go wide and the pupils dilate very big and it jumps as if it's going to try and attack you, but in fact it is playing and it jumps into your arms and
Oh. She takes 2 fingers and scratches right behind Kitty Cat's ears.
sort of does that sort of thing. It's like, do I like this? Do I like this? Oh.
Now
You
you're
can
both
see-
covered in goop. That's nice.
You can see. It seems to
She
like the
kinda
goop,
shoots
actually.
Shane a look.
With the 20, apparently the goop helped.
He likes the goop, Shane.
You can see the little corner of his mouth curling up in a smile, as it is no longer on the desk and the book is easily retrievable. Not that it would have been that hard. It is, after all, a cat.
What letter? What letter?
I know
It is the letter R.
So we have YETIR. Is there any other books in here that fit that description, DM?
Make a perception or investigation check, depending on how much time you wish to take.
I'll do another investigation.
All right, so it's going to take about 15 minutes.
Oh, we should probably keep looking then, and we'll check other rooms we haven't checked, I think.
Artem,
Yes,
I know
indeed.
you like books, but come on.
I know, he does look wistfully at the library, and you have to kind of pull him out a little bit by his tail.
Zelmira walks out of the room, still holding on to the cat, if the cat allows it. Petting.
It does. And as you do, you see the other cats beginning to emerge from the various places they've gone, and they all return to the kitchen. And as you do, as you watch, you see the green cat also come as the door opens, and you hear,
That's not even fair!
Oh.
as it comes walking in and also moves into the kitchen. And as you start walking down the hall, Zelmira, the cat in your arms gets a little restless and jumps and looks up at you and goes, and begins to pad past Sekhmet as it comes to her, stops and sort of rubs against her twice, and then moves past her and into the kitchen.
Zelmira shrugs. Fair enough. And walks off.
You had the cat's attention for a good 30 seconds.
Yeah, I felt good about it. And again,
Big deal.
Sekhmet is a giant cat.
I'm
Right.
gonna look in the kitchen. What are the cats doing in the kitchen?
They are all appear to be eating.
Are they eating little baby mimic parts?
Well, they are eating from their bowls. And actually, as you step in there, you see a broom has come out of a cupboard and is beginning to, by itself, move systematically around the room and clean it, making a big sort of multicolored smear on the floor, but making a pile of little dead mimics, which the cats seem to have been somewhat interested by, but apparently the food is really delicious as they're eating it with apparent delight. But there are 5 little bowls, each one of these multicolored cats, all eating from their own.
Okay, I'm going to look down at the mess.
Mhm.
I'm just going to crinkle my nose a little bit, dinkle, dinkle, dink, and say, "Ew, gross, dirty."
Make a wisdom
And-
saving throw.
As I do that, I'm casting a minor little ditty that I do. Wisdom save of 13.
13. You still feel great. So even as you go, you know what? Kind of looks charming. Doesn't bother you. Do you still want to cast Prestidigitation?
Yeah, I'm cleaning up the muck.
All right. Happily, you clean up the muck. It's one of the more satisfying jobs that you've ever had the pleasure of doing. Roll a d6 for me.
Roll a d6. Roll a d2.
2. Oh.
Nah.
You continue to prestidigitate happily, with no other desire to do anything else.
You should say that like it's unusual. Like, how ominous.
What is your passive perception, Dexter?
Oh, it's horrible. It's a 12.
Oh, all right. Good to know.
I'm a character builder, DM.
As Jexter continues to merrily clean up all of the mess that you all have left behind by destroying these mimics, we are going to take a break. So,
Where did we leave off, DM? Where in the
you
world
left
are we?
off with your bard, Jexter Harple, preternaturally happily cleaning the goo from your previous battle with the large mimic and its mimic children, as you watch him just casting prestidigitation once, twice, 3 times, creating little piles of multicolored goo, which then disappear one at a time. What would you like to do?
Keep exploring, right?
I say we keep opening doors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right in front of a door, I think.
You are.
Can
Do
we
it.
open this one? I will open this one.
You open the door. This room,
it.
this do it. You see a this floor, all of it is covered in this sort of peach-colored marble with deep burgundy striations going throughout. And this room has that as well, except the floor is also covered with some sort of woven bamboo that appears to be, or some other sort of reed mat. And on one side is a large rack with all manner of different types of weapons upon it. And facing it directly opposite is a mannequin, roughly humanoid sized, that is has many chips and scrapes and sort of scratches on it. And directly opposite of the door is a broom that is systematically moving back and forth across the room, cleaning it. On the walls are several different paintings and diagrams depicting various humanoid forms engaged in combat, sort of detailing specific moves and counters and blocks and all that. Zelmira, you are very well familiar with many of these moves. They remind you quite significantly of the training that you've had as a child.
It's a dodo.
It is a dodo. It's a fairly large dodo.
I'm gonna go into the room.
All right, you step into the room. Immediately obvious as you step into the room, you can see that there is a large spear with a very, very thin tip, long pointed tip, and impaled upon it is a large, familiar-looking book.
So there's a book in here. Should I just grab it?
Yeah, I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Okay, do you want to come check it out?
Yes.
I step away from the giant spear with the book on it and allow people to
How high is it?
investigate.
It is about 8 feet off the ground.
I will send Homuncu Jade, to go retrieve it, and he actually has a unencumbered carrying capacity of 30 pounds, so he can carry quite a bit, but he's not the strongest in terms of maybe wrenching it off.
So Jade flies and lands on it. Seemed to do all right before. Have him make a dexterity check, please.
Oh, he's good at those. How many times have I clicked it?
I see an 8.
Let's see. That would be that would be the first number.
So he flaps over and lands on it and holds on it and begins to pull it off. And as he does, the spear begins to come out of the rack along with him. And as it does, this mannequin stands up, and you see from within just the sort of clay-like substance begins to just pour all over it, sort of forming a skin and an armor both at the same time as it stands up and goes. And we are going to roll initiative.
So fun!
Darn it!
Quick question, DM, as we're rolling initiative. Is my character Jexter, is he actually there, or is he compelled to be cleaning?
Before we roll initiative, roll another wisdom saving throw, Jexter. As you are merrily cleaning along with all of these cats.
13.
13. You are still cleaning, Jexter.
I'm cleaning.
Cleaning and content to continue cleaning. Roll a d6.
I can do that as well. That is a 4.
A 4. You are content to just keep doing what you're doing. So, let's get some appropriate music going on here.
Just want to say my initiative checks out.
And I see Sekhmet, Shamsil, Artem, Bolitas, Zilmira, and now we will also have our opponent. All right, at the top of the order, we have Sekhmet with a 23.
I am going to cast Levitate
All right.
on the statue person.
All right. Does he have a saving throw on that?
Con
Save.
save.
I have a 19.
Never mind.
Never mind.
He stays
that
on
is-
the ground.
Stays on the ground. So you see the magic go, and you see it begin to lift for just a second, and then the weave is dissipated, and it lands back on the ground. Does another stance change, and that is your action. Bonus action or move?
So my bonus action, do I only do a cantrip or can I cast another spell?
You have the spell you just cast was not a bonus action, correct?
No?
Then you cannot cast another spell, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So, anything else from you, Sekhmet?
No.
All right, that'll bring us to Artem Apateon.
Yes, very good, very good.
And learning.
I will move into the room here, and I will twitch my eyepiece and unleash another firebolt.
Okay.
Hitting for 17.
17 is a hit.
All right. That is 15 points of fire damage.
All right.
And so, okay, what is the situation with Homunculus Jade in the book? Does it have it in its claws, or is it still attached?
It is still trying to remove it.
Okay, that will be my bonus action getting
To
Jade
continue. So it removes. Now, what is its strength then?
the strength is 4.
All right, so go ahead and make a strength check for Homunculus Jade.
You got it. Come out. Come on, big Miami's. That is a 13.
Oh, it's a heavy book, but surprisingly, your little fellow is able to do it. So it continues to fly, barely able to hold it in its claws. Its speed is halved while it is carrying this very heavy object.
Okay.
And that will bring us to it. The mannequin turns to face you, Shamsiel, and let's see. It brings its hands together, and you hear something that sounds like it's sort of internal on the inside, sort of speeding up as its moves begin to blur, as it moves back and forth very fast, hard to see and hard to hit as it attacks you 3 times. I have a natural 1, a 11, and a 24. I need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
On save.
You have failed.
Yikes.
You take 19 points of bludgeoning damage as before you manage to dodge the first 2 attacks, and as the last one comes in, it blindingly fast strikes you right in your chest, and you feel power emanate from the fist into your body as some of your life force is drained away.
Ooh.
And your maximum hit points have been reduced by 19.
Oh, yikes.
Yikes.
And that will be the end of its turn, bringing us to Shamsiel.
Ouch. You see that the optimistic and bright look in his eyes has faded somewhat as he's trying to sort of gain his bearings. Oh, I'm not where I wanted to be. I thought I was still a little ways away from this thing, but you know, what's the worst that could happen? I need to do some damage. So I'll move up here and kind of look around, and I will just try and jump back to here.
All right, it takes an attack of opportunity upon you. Tries to slam you again, hitting AC 22. I need a DC 15 Constitution save.
All right, here's the thing. I'm good at these. Nope.
That is another fail. You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage, and your maximum hit points have been reduced by 21.
All right. That was questionable on my part. I'm 40 points down on my max hit points. So there we go. But it was worth it because now I can attack without disadvantage, right?
Right, go for it. Well, if you do as well as you did against the
That
mimic,
is
it's
the,
going to be
that is
very,
the look
very
in
effective.
Shane's eyes right now. That's what that looks like. So, and he is just attacking with his fists, correct?
Yes.
All right. I will attack. 11's not going to do it, I don't think.
Unfortunately, it will not, as it dodges out of the way easily.
Oof. Yeah, I cannot. Just
Fortunately,
stick
you think a 14 does not hit, as the arrow, it looks like it's going true, and then in the last second it moves, blurring so quickly that the arrow sticks in the wall behind it.
with that. That's a shame. I'm done.
Zelmira, Apateon.
Apatea.
That's
But you're getting so close.
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
okay.
So I will go ahead and water whip this baddie, trying to either knock it prone.
Okay.
Or-
Is that a ranged spell attack?
Yes, it is.
This will be at disadvantage since you are right up in its grill.
Okay.
You can move though. Move and do it.
Yeah. So how far away could I move?
You could move as far as you want. You only need to move 5 feet in order for it to not be at disadvantage.
Dope. Okay.
And it has already used its there
So if I just move into that corner.
Mhm.
Great. Okay. So I will water whip this little punk.
That is a hit as it tries to
All
dodge
right.
out of the way, but cannot. And
Okay.
it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. I have an 11 on the roll.
It's a DC 14.
Well, then 11 would fail.
Right. So my question is, now that that succeeded, I knock it prone.
Well, first roll your damage.
Oh, right.
Oh,
All
I see
care
it.
about is
You have
knocking it
rolled your
prone.
damage. 19 points of bludgeoning damage. I see it. Okay, so does it automatically? I believe it does. Just automatically goes prone, right?
Yeah, that's what
So-
I'm understanding. I just wanted to verify
So-
that with you.
You reach out with your elements, and this watery, sinewy, serpentine-like stream, that was the word I was looking for, stream of water shoots out from your hands and wraps around its legs and lifts up into the ground and smashes it to the ground, and you see bits and pieces of this sort of clay-like substance which extruded from it and went out on it. It is now brittle, and it breaks off, and you have done some damage.
Nice. I yell out to Shamsiel, "Are you okay? Are you good? Are you with us?"
Oh, yeah. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good,
God.
Mira. Just stay safe. Just stay in the corner there. Just stay.
So
Okay.
is that your second attack, Zelmira?
Oh, I do also get a second attack. And so now that it's down, I'm going to move towards it and strike it with my short sword.
All right. If you use your unarmed strike, you could use. Well, never mind. Never mind.
No.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Sure. Okay.
Believe in you.
Thanks. I feel really good about this decision now. 24 to hit.
A 24 is a hit.
It's only 4 points of piercing damage.
It is
however.
4 points of piercing, and as you bring your weapon down upon it, there's barely even a scratch. And you think to yourself,
What do I think, DM?
My key empowered fists would probably have done more damage.
Yes, my training is coming back to me. I'll keep that in mind.
There you go.
A little birdie tells me. Thank you. That's my
No
turn.
problem. All right, Belitas, it is your turn.
Belitas will obviously once again cast Shillelagh on his staff. We'll move in, so 5, 10, 15, 20. And we'll go to strike with some thunderous energy going down his staff. For that one, for only a 12 to hit.
It catches your staff and pushes it back without even looking at you.
How rude. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, Sekhmet, it is your turn.
Let's do. Let me move first. Oh no, I was checking my turn and Zelmyra moved.
Elmira.
Zelmyra, can I?
Pick the hardest names to pronounce.
5, 10, 15.
D&D, yo. In you get, yes. No problem at all.
Shane is pretty hard to pronounce.
Ooh, what was that?
There's some weird sound stuff happening.
Wasn't from my end, I don't think. You are easily able to get there, Sekhmet. What would you like to do?
I believe we lost your sound, Sekhmet.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Cannot hear you.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope. You are
I wonder if that's
Gonzo.
Plugged
what
on
it
your
was.
headset there, or on
Yeah.
the mic. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulty. Oh. That's how they got the...
That's what that loud sound was, definitely.
You are having some technical difficulties there, Sekhmet. Would you like to just... Oh, now I can hear you.
Wait. Oh, we're back.
You're back.
I'm back.
You're back.
Oh, I'm back. I did nothing. Great. Okay. So my back is to the wall here, and then I'm like facing down to the other end of the hall. So there's like just the statue in front of me,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do twin spell of lightning bolt.
Ooh.
So you have to do a dex saving throw, or the
Twice, right? Because of... Is it one
Twice?
spell that gets shot twice? So, okay.
Yes.
So you create this ball of energy in your hand, and out come 2 lightning bolts. My first is a 13,
Fail.
and the second is a 16.
Pass.
All right.
But you take half damage
Right.
on a success.
So that's a lot of dice to roll. Or why don't you do it via the computer?
So let's do normal first. 'Cause
Okay.
That's easy. Did something happen?
Yes,
Did it work?
27 points of damage. Lightning damage is. It sort of pauses for a moment and resets, and you see smoke and steam emanating from it.
Okay. And then how do I
You just roll the damage, and I'll take half off
you'll
for
do
having
that.
saved.
Okay.
Woo! What did you roll there, Sekhmet?
What did I roll?
Yeah. How much damage did you roll? Tell our viewers. Like
Oh. Because they can see. 31 damage.
31. So
Half that. So-
it spins very quickly in space, in space, just on its torso as it's, and the lightning passes mostly by it, although you can see it still hitting the interior of it as it takes some damage from that. Anything else, Sekhmet?
Take that.
Got it. Artem, your turn.
Artem is instinctually gonna step in front of Shane to make sure that he is not hit again by this mannequin. And as he moves in front, he is going to cast another firebolt at this mannequin.
All right, that is a
thing.
disadvantage because it is a ranged attack and it is right in front of you.
Oh, wait, no, it's 10 feet away.
You said you were going to step in front of Shamsiel.
I am in
That-
front of him. Oh, you mean like if I move right in between them? Well, I'll do that.
That was what.
after
That's how I interpreted that. But
I understand. I understand what you're saying. How about
you don't have to do that, obviously.
I
24
will do
hits.
that after I hit it with the firebolt.
That works.
And then I will
24 definitely hits.
And that would be 13 fire damage.
13 fire damage.
And as Jade continues to come to me, can I see the letter on the book?
You can. It is a T.
A T. All right.
Indeed.
Firing that away in my brain, and now I will step in front to protect Shane. And that is the end of my turn.
Cool. And that will bring us back to its turn. It will see if it gets back its haste. It does not. And so you see the spinning form slow down and begin to move at a much more normal pace as it attacks you, Sekhmet, who just blasted it with lightning.
I was rereading my twin spell to make sure I took my sorcery points
Mhm.
right, and I think I only use it to target a second person, not double my spell.
Thank you for looking that up. So would you like to have done something else? We just do a normal. I'll just
No, we'll just
give him back
have
15.
not twinned.
All right, give him back 15 hit points. Cool. All right. So it does attack you, hitting AC 21. I need a DC 15 Constitution save.
Con. We'll just roll for quickness. No.
Unfortunately, you have failed. You take 12 points of bludgeoning, and your maximum hit points have been reduced by 12.
Only 12? What?
It attacks you again.
I'm down.
You're unconscious?
How many points did I take?
You took 12 points of bludgeoning damage, but your maximum HP went down by 12.
Okay, I'm sorry. My cat just knocked over the lamp. So my max is down by 12.
Mm-hmm. And you took
And then
12
I
points
took-
of damage.
Yeah, you only take 12 off. Don't double it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm taking 12 away from my 37. I'm not down to 12.
exactly. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, I was like, how am I taking 12?
There you go.
Okay,
But it does attack you again,
good.
hitting AC 16.
Yeah, still hit me.
That hits you. All right. So I need a DC 15 Constitution save. You have failed. You take 17 points of bludgeoning damage, and your max HP is reduced by 17.
Okay.
Brings us back to Shamsiel.
It's all right. I know how you feel. Sekhmet. He will then. Let's see. Yeah. I'll make a regular attack. With the longbow.
12 does not hit.
Second attack. 29.
That'll hit.
I am going to use let's see. I'm going to use a goading attack to try and turn its head in my direction.
All right.
And yes.
This is a wisdom
It's a
save.
Wisdom saving throw.
I have rolled a 9.
All right. It has disadvantage on attacks against
Anyone
creatures
but you.
other than me.
What did you do? What damage did you do on that attack?
6 plus 6, 12 total.
Got it.
All right. Am I doing this? Yeah. All right. This is dumb. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30. So I'm gonna move out here.
Okay.
Then. Hopefully then, because it can't move through my allies, hopefully, and then it has disadvantage on all of them, so I'm helping them, kind of. So.
Okay. Zelmira, it is your turn.
Does it have an op attack or not?
It
can take it if it wants. I just have to be honest about that, so.
It does not have reach, and as far as I see, yes, you left Boletus's space there.
Yes.
It does have an op attack.
Does that mean it can hit me as well?
It can. I am going to roll a Kraken Dice D2 to see whether or not it hits Shamsiel or Boletus.
I figure Boletus will be fine, so.
I have rolled a 1, which would be the score that is most favorable for you, which will be Boletus. So it has a disadvantage on this attack. It has rolled a 12.
That misses.
Right. Now, Zamira, it is your turn.
Okay, so I am going to move out of its range. Does that incur attack of opportunity, though?
It would, had it not already used it.
Aha! Well, then I'm going to move away.
Okay.
I'm gonna go stand next to my brother.
Okay.
And
Good call.
right. And I'm going to I mean, there's just a reality that I have to contend with in terms of how many key points I have left. So I'm gonna throw some darts.
All right, go for it. A 12 and 14. I'm sorry. I should let you announce your rolls.
It was a really cute 12.
Okay,
so-
that does not hit.
Oh, actually, wait, no. So I rolled just the damage on accident.
Well then, that's one heck of a dart throw.
Yeah. So 19.
19 hits.
The 12
Where's
was
an
an
attack?
No,
there.
that was an
a
attack.
It's an
D20.
attack?
That was an attack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, it was a D20 plus 6. That's a 12.
6 plus 6 is 12, yeah.
Oh, sorry. It just looked different from what it normally looks like. I clicked the wrong button. I wasn't
all right.
trying to be like a sneaky Pete, you guys.
Of course not. However, if you want to use your other attack to do another attack, the 19 hits.
I do, and that's what I'll do.
So, stink. Barely any damage,
I know.
but every little bit helps.
That's what I tell myself. And I guess that is my turn then.
All right, Boletus, it is your turn.
Okay. Boletus will obviously just step here and again
Okay.
channel. Oh, what? Oh, sorry. You wanted it to get through. I won't
Don't.
I will channel the energy through his weapon again, and actually try to hit this time.
Go for it.
I haven't got advantage or anything, so 16 to hit.
16 hits.
It hits, does it? That's only 5 plus 8. So it's 11 points of damage, and it's crackling
good.
with energy.
It definitely has seen better days as you see more and more of this clay on the outside of it just cracking, and there's a large crack going right down its center as bits and pieces of it are falling off like dust around it. Sekhmet, are you at 0 hit points?
I am. I thought.
Have I gone quiet, everyone?
No.
No, we can hear you.
You hear me? Okay.
I'm sorry, Boletus, did you have something else that you wanted to do? Now you're quiet.
No, sorry. Someone's wrote that I've gone quiet, so I didn't know if I'd gone quiet. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not using my reaction or anything.
Okay. So, Sekhmet, if you are at 0 hit points, then I need you to roll a death saving throw.
Yeah, I thought I had something special that like guaranteed my first one, but I can't find it anywhere. And maybe that's not a thing.
Well, let's
Maybe
take a look at your
it's-
character sheet.
Sorry. I was trying to look through while you guys were doing
Under
things.
features and traits, I believe. Favored by the gods.
I think that's
No.
if you fail a saving, but that's per short rest. No, that's a saving throw, not a death. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Maybe I was confusing my saving throws with my death saves.
Right, it's not a saving throw, unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
However, you
okay.
do have inspiration.
I
You
do
may
have
use
inspiration.
You may use it to roll at advantage on this roll, or you
Let's-
can wait and use it later if you want.
We can use it now. That's fine. I'll take
Okay.
Okay, let's see if I'm like.
I keep
not
forgetting
super
we've got
dead
inspiration.
first. With advantage.
With advantage.
Let's do. And you don't add anything to this, right?
Nope.
14.
14. You take a step back towards the light.
Woohoo!
Artem A.
Artem A. That's good. I like that. That's good. Okay. If I didn't realize you were down. Okay, then he will take a step back away from the mannequin who has
Mhm.
used its
Indeed, it has.
Yes. So what he's going to do is his hand is going to open, and there's going to be a gap in the center of his hand that has a filter through it, and he's going to hum through that filter in the direction of Sekhmet, and that tone is going to resonate with her body to increase its natural healing abilities, and that will be a second level healing word.
All right. Okay. So, Sekhmet, you have received 10 points of healing from Artem. You are no longer dying. You are no longer unconscious, but you are still prone.
What's your HP max right now? I'm curious.
8.
Yeah. Oof.
You're up to 8. And then with the bonus action, has Jade returned to me with the book?
He is with you with the book. And I do apologize. Jexter, did you not get on the initiative order?
No, I asked if I was.
Oh, I'm
compelled.
so sorry.
So I didn't-
Well,
I didn't
you do
roll.
get to
I
check.
mean, it's been like a minute.
Yeah, you get to roll saving throws on each of your turns. So at the end of this turn, let's roll a couple of saving throws and you'll have a turn.
Sure.
So that is a healing word. That is your bonus action. And yes, Jade, Homuncula Jade, is right there with the book.
Okay,
it
well,
so
that
much.
Homuncula Jade could not attack because my healing word is a bonus action.
Right.
So, oh god, I don't think I have an action of excitement to do at the moment. I don't have anything equipped. So that's it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, so before we get on to the Golem's turn, Jexter, roll some. Roll me 2 wisdom saves, and then we'll go from there.
Ooh, a total of a 6 and a 10.
6 out of 10. So I think this is round 3. So it actually would be 3 wisdom saves. What is the third?
Gonna roll the big one. Oh, that was a natural 1.
Natural 1. All right, so no harm, no foul.
Sweeping, mopping,
You're still
making friends with the cat.
The cats love it. They are like coming up against you. They detect a kindred spirit in your sort of blasé attitude about all of this. They're like, yeah, this guy gets cats.
I don't even know what's going on. It's like down the hall in another room.
All right.
I'm
That will
cleaning
bring
up
us-
mimic parts, wondering, is this shale? No, that's not shale. That was a table. Is this shit? No, that's not shale. That was a mug.
See if it gets back. It's.
But I'll throw my initiative in just so that.
Oh yes,
I can
we're gonna have your initiative go right before the golem. So if you want to just here, I can actually put a Jexter in there, and then we'll have you go at 16. Sound good?
Sure.
So and now it is its turn. I'm gonna see if it gets back its hasted ability. It does not. And it attacks Belitis twice with disadvantage, right? Right.
Yes.
So I have a 15 and a natural 1, as both of them miss thanks to Shamsiel's ability, because they both would have hit otherwise.
Would they?
Speaking of Shamsiel, go ahead, Bolitas.
Would they though have hit me?
I have a 21 and
No,
a
that would've
23.
missed. That would have missed.
Shamsiel, it is your turn.
Okay. Oh, that worked. That was good. That was good. All right. We need to take this thing down. Again, it's kind of hard to hit. I'm just going to sharpshooter it anyway.
Okay.
Another natural 2.
Afraid that doesn't hit, as the arrow picked. However,
18
that does hit.
for 20 points of damage.
Now, so your arrow hits right in the forehead, and there's a huge chunk of this clay, this porcelain-like substance outside, just sort of cracks away, falls to the ground, exposing the mannequin underneath. Anything else from you, Shamsiel?
I sort of stumble a bit in this direction.
All right.
I wish I could goad it more, but I cannot.
Zelmira, it is your turn.
All right, so Zelmira will just stay where she is and throw more darts.
All right. Here they
It's
come.
not a complicated plan, but all right.
Just throwing darts.
Yep. Oh gosh, I did it again. Beans. Okay, hold on.
What kind of beans?
I don't. Black beans. I don't know.
Okay. Just hoping
Thanks
for jelly
bearing
beans.
with
I mean,
me.
it is Easter.
Jelly bellies. Okay, 8.
8
I'm
is a
assuming.
miss, unfortunately.
Yes. All right, and I'm gonna try again.
Alrighty.
It's taking just a second here.
Ooh,
Oh, a 20.
that hits.
Yeah.
But again,
Artem kind of looks, he cocks his head to the side and looks at you like, what are you doing?
I have limitations. I'm only one tiefling.
with a heart of 10.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything
Shane
else
calls
from
out,
you?
You have no limitations, Elmira.
She's touched.
All
Singing
right.
of her turn.
Bolitas, 'tis your turn.
I'm gonna hit it again with Shillelagh. Really thought this character would do a lot more damage, but 25 to hit.
Well, 25 definitely hits. You did kill the mimic.
Yeah, minimum damage though. That's 13 damage. 4 of it thunder.
All right.
Oh, thunder. And as it's not moving, which I was really... Oh, no, I'm just going to let it go.
Okay. So you bring your shillelagh down, and on the other side of its head, another crack, and falling off of it, now completely exposed, is the mannequin head. Another strong hit ought to do it.
Anyone look really badly injured?
Sekhmet does.
But we can't heal her any higher than she already is.
Well, she can't go any higher, can she?
Yeah.
Sekhmet, weakly, you regain consciousness.
Oh, you'll be okay, kitty. Yeah, I'll leave it as that.
Enough to do something?
Yes, you are prone, so you will need to use half of your movement to stand.
I would like to stand.
Up you stand.
I would like to shock him with a lightning bolt again.
Alrighty, another dexterity saving throw. I rolled a 12, which is another fail.
Yes. Let's just. Oops.
You got this.
Did it do it? Did I click the button or did it just do things?
Hasn't shown up yet.
Great. How about now?
I see a sacred flame.
Why is that a flame? She's got
Technology
8
has not been
points. She's a
kind to
little
you.
knocked. She's just. She's not
Lightning bolt.
sure what's going on. She,
There it is.
come on, something
24.
happened.
You stand up, the pharaohs of old singing in your ears, calling you to join them. You say, not yet. You stand up, power coursing through your hands, and you throw it out in front of you as this mannequin thing that you've been fighting with your friends that has wounded you so greatly is completely destroyed by your attack. How would you like to end it?
I cannot die, but today I will take your life and you will not hurt my followers. Oh.
Excuse me,
Explode
what?
him.
Never mind.
Expose you for what you really are, you mortal thing.
And as the remaining bits of clay are completely annihilated and the mannequin crumples in a smoking ruin. That is the
I
end
just
of
want to
combat.
say that's 100% accurate to being a cat. You don't claim the cat claims you.
Yes.
And confirm.
I said friends, didn't
You
said
definitely said for
followers.
followers.
Other word, the other F word.
The other
I?
F word.
That other F word.
Speaking of cats, Dexter, make another wisdom saving throw.
If you come through now, I'm gonna laugh.
I'm gonna laugh either way. I gotta be honest.
You're muted, my friend.
I know I didn't even roll yet. It was a 20. No, it is a wisdom check 13.
13.
Wisdom
Um,
save 13.
You are doing fine right here in the kitchen.
Ooh, guys, I don't feel so great.
Artem
Did
will,
they even notice I'm not there is the question.
Well, they probably do now as the
Nice
broom
Nice
continues
and quiet
to
now, though.
The broom continues to sweep past you, Selimira, just completely unfazed, going about its business.
I look to the group. I mean, is there any way that I feel that I can heal Shane?
Yeah, you look at.
I'll do a medicine check on him. Oh, no.
All right.
I'll try. Hey, day 20.
Dirty 20. So who are you looking at?
The people that have been hit by this thing.
So you look at Shamsiel. Shamsiel looks like he definitely has some wounds that could be healed. But Sekhmet, you look at her, all of her wounds seem to have been closed. You don't see any evidence of any bleeding. Nothing appears to be broken. She just looks very tired, and her eyes are barely open. She's moving slowly. You don't think that you have any healing magic at your disposal that is going to be able to undo whatever these attacks.
Let me put you out your misery and then I'll cast Gentle Repose. No, I don't think even Lesser Restoration. I don't think Lesser Restoration does it, so no.
You rolled a 20 with medicine.
Yeah.
You've seen Lesser Restoration do certain things. You have never seen it do anything that would suggest that it would be able to aid in this particular way.
But looking at, obviously, Shamsiel, he is hurt, yeah?
Barely.
I mean,
Scrapes and bruises.
our cleric's not here, is it? Is she? So,
She is unfortunately not present with us tonight.
So, I mean, he's
Actually,
he's
it's-
okay.
There were
We'll
some
just-
healing potions handed out earlier.
There were indeed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
time-
think I just. I
What
need
time
to
of day
just
is it? Are we
rest for a
resting
minute.
anytime soon? But not, are we? We've got Big Bad to go
Can I
fight.
we have
cast
to
a
get out of here.
spell on myself?
Sure.
Maybe we could take a long rest and emerge to see the Ivy Mansion completely burned to the
Or we
ground.
can speed things up and I can do a prayer of healing.
Are you a cleric, aren't you?
No, I'm the goddess of war and healing, of war and protection.
Can you?
I will
can you-
hurt and heal.
Would you be able to heal yourself? You can't heal yourself above your maximum hit points, I don't think.
Let me
Correct.
let me help. Let me help. I'll do a healing word at second level on Shamsiel.
He
Shamsiel.
can only take a couple points, I think.
Is that all?
How far down are you?
Sod off,
Shane?
man up.
I told you. I
He did, he
said
looked so.
all right.
Let me have a look at
By
that
the way,
splinter.
I did get the letter wrong. This would be a letter B.
Oh, I was gonna say that's messing with my my word possibilities.
So we have be a Yeti. What?
What?
No,
Yeti?
there's a BREYTI.
R?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There is an R.
So
Eventually, Jexter, after a few, while they're doing this prayer of healing, the effects of the euphoria breath do wear off. And you come to these cats all rubbing up against you, a sparkling clean kitchen. And due to the amount of time that you have spent in here, and the amount of cleaning, and the amount of care that you went to make sure absolutely everything was clean, you notice that there are names on each of these bowls. The red cat appeared to be eating from a bowl labeled Uruath. The white cat, Tassabril. The orange cat, pardon me, Ranieda. The green cat, Ulazmiril. And the blue cat, Shoundral. Those of you furiously writing down these names, not too necessary to remember them.
What about just the first letters?
U, T, R, U, and S.
I just meant as far as importance of remembering those.
Wait.
Yeah.
What were those letters again?
U, T, R, U again. Yes, U again, and S.
What is that? Gonna let that one go.
That's a different game. So Artem is going to move into the bookshelf with the library with the empty bookshelf, and
Alright.
he's going to arrange the books with the letters in the order of I, B, E, R, T, Y, and he's going to say, "I think we're missing an L."
There appears to be room for one more book.
Well, then we have to find it.
Artem is just going to say the word liberty out loud in the room in case it's an activation.
There is no effect.
Okay.
So where do we have yet to explore?
We haven't gone down the secret door.
I think it's time to go through the secret door.
Oh wait, no, we also haven't gone through the room. Is there a door on the other side of that mannequin room, Sean?
There is not. There is a window.
That's a window.
Didn't we
Okay.
find a book in the place beyond the secret room? I thought we already went in there and found a book.
No. There was a book in this study where you first entered in.
Ah,
That was
Okay.
where you found your first book.
great.
I go and look for Jexter, realizing that he's missing.
Jexter is
I see that he's doing such a good job cleaning. I say, and then I'll carry on and I'll go down the stairs. No, not really.
Dexter, you are examining, just finishing examining the names of all of these cats. Again, let's see. You have all of the various names. I think here. Sekhmet, are you proficient in Arcana?
I am.
I didn't ask you, but
Sorry.
Oh, your sound is gone again.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
I
back.
was gonna
you're back.
say, yeah, I muted myself that time. I was gonna just say yes, but let me make sure. Yes, yes,
All
the
right,
answer
good
is
to know.
yes.
just check. I
Mhm.
suppose the question would also apply to Jexter. You
I am
have-
in fact proficient with Arcana.
Excellent. Then you may make an Arcana check.
Am I allowed to?
Yes.
If I can stop cleaning?
Yes, I said that while
Want to make sure.
while they did their prayer of healing, in the amount of time, eventually the effects of the euphoria breath do wear off. So you are not
Okay.
no longer affected by it.
How much
And
do we
that was
get
when
back
you
for that
begin to.
prayer, by the way.
That's
Did I spend a spell on him then? Is that what?
I thought you were doing prayer of healing, or did you not?
I was asking about doing it myself, but I can't because I'm a full mask. So I'm happy to have done it on Shane. I just want to make sure I mark off my.
prayer of
Spell
healing
slot.
affects everybody.
Yeah.
Never mind. Mark off that spell slot.
Yeah, you need to click
Good.
it so we know what we get.
And I did an Arcana check. That was a 15.
Each of these names actually corresponds to a star in the Ferunian night sky.
I share that with everyone. And isn't that funny that... What was that other room with the devices?
We gotta go back.
You
to
mean
the
like
hill.
these? And I hand out the 2. Oh,
No,
Artem, I thought you would
they-
like the one with the jade in it.
They disappeared when you stepped out of the
That's
window.
right. You're right. I had planned on this, and yep.
We're stuck in here.
We're gonna
forever.
mute myself again.
It's all good.
It's okay.
I do that all the time. Hey guys,
I just swept and mopped through a whole battle. It's okay.
you really
You
did.
did such a good job.
I
cats
forget
enjoyed it.
that people are sighted or not
At
sighted.
one point, I was sweeping, and the cat kind
regularly,
of jumped on the
so-
broom, and it's great.
All right, let's go through this secret door, friends.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, were we gonna do
Down
something
through
else?
the
I'm
secret door.
I cast Shillelagh again.
Down the secret door.
And I'm going to make a little path for you here, going down to this secret door. As you step down, the sort of genteel, although in some cases bizarre in terms of what you encountered, mansion changes and becomes a little dingier, a little darker, a little more moody, as the walls and the floor are, rather than being this peach marble, are a slate gray stone. You descend about 15 feet. In front of you, there is another door and a hallway that curves to the right.
I know you guys haven't been checking, but I'm actually going to check for traps just in case. And that is an 8, or a 9, actually, with my investigation.
This hallway might be trapped. But
Is-
then again,
is
maybe
it-
not.
Is this hallway lit?
It is not.
Oh.
I will cast light.
So we're just wandering around in the dark.
Well, it's
Not-
assumed that as soon as you enter an area that is
enough.
rather dark, anybody who has the ability to create a light would create a light.
Oh, it was also a question if it was magically illuminated, if there were runes on the walls that were glowing. Right.
I also have
Lichen.
dark vision. So.
None of those
I don't.
things.
I don't.
None of those things. It is dark.
Hold on to my tail. Follow me.
I hold on to Sekhmet's tail. It's a time-honored tradition that we do whenever exploring in the dark.
It's like most kitties don't like that.
She's a special
Most kitties
kitty.
don't give you permission to do it.
That's true. This is a
Fair.
door here, Sean.
It is.
I will open it.
Beyond, you see another short hall with a door on the opposite side and also a door to the south.
I will step forward and I will open the door to the south.
Is that kosher with everybody?
Yeah.
I mean, I just followed behind.
Somebody stops me.
I'm really tired.
Yeah, you
All
stay
right.
back there, buddy.
So you open up this room, and it is again this dark stone. There are very few objects in it. Immediately, you notice in the very middle of this room is a little larger than 5 foot wide, shimmering circle in the ground. It appears to be made of flickering flames, and in the middle of it is some sort of bizarre rune that at first glance you don't recognize. Surrounding it at the cardinal points are braziers full of coal. And that is all you see.
I do not see a book of any kind. All right. I don't like the look of that room. I'm
Neither
gonna
do I.
Close that door.
Very well.
If someone who, you know, maybe
Can I have a
believe
look at it?
us-
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
have a
could
look.
have a look at it.
Yeah, go ahead.
If
I
I,
will
can
scoot
do an
out of the way.
arcana, I look at it and I guide myself and then
All right.
think about what it could be. Arcana, yeah. +5. I've got a 17 plus 5,
17.
22, and I've got guidance, so I'll just get my D4.
Oh.
300 million.
An extra 2.
An extra 2. So you look at this rune, and it means in primordial, a very old form of primordial. It means containment. Would you be so kind as to light the fires? As from within the middle, you see appearing a very thin and very emaciated looking red-skinned individual. He has a very long black beard, horns coming out of the top of his head, and looks like he can barely stand. He's wearing a loincloth, and you can almost see right through him.
Do we all hear that, or just those near the door?
He didn't make any effort to be silent, but he did not speak very loudly, so it will depend on your passive perception.
Do I know what kind of devil this is?
You may make a religion check.
A religion, that's +5 as well. I rolled an 11 +5, 16.
Certainly looks like it could be a devil, but something tells you that this is not a devil. Not sure what it could be with what you rolled, but it is not a devil as far as you can tell.
What are you? A devil or a demon?
I am neither.
Oh, Fae?
Hello, neither.
Are you Fae?
Please, have pity.
Belitas? Maybe not the best idea to, free people we don't know when they're trapped.
Oh, I'm not freeing anyone. I want
good.
to know what he is.
I am called Zalanthisnir, and I am great. But I am weary. Please, the fires, I could help you.
Where are you from?
From a beautiful palace.
Name it.
Floats
Name
above
it.
a
I haven't
world
got
of
time.
air. The walls are made of multicolored clouds. And my wife is the most beautiful creature in all creation. And she sings me to sleep every night. How I long to return. Please, release me. I have power, secrets.
What plane do you come from, creature?
You would call it the plane of air.
Oh,
Although I have also lived amongst those, the plane of fire, for many years.
Could we see if he's telling the truth?
You may make an insight check.
Kind of scooting up and taking a look. I'm gonna roll this with this. Oh, I haven't rolled this dice tonight. Here we go. 16 plus 2 for an 18.
As far as you can tell, not lying. Definite longing and pain in his voice.
What?
He seems to be telling the truth about being able to help you.
What kind of creature are you then? If you
I'm a being of elemental chaos.
wow.
Sometimes you mortals refer to me as Efriti.
His eyes get wide.
Being bound away from your true nature is not a good thing.
What do you seek? information, power,
We just want to
something
get out
that
of this.
ails you. What?
We just want to get out of this house.
As do I.
Cool.
What
Can
caused?
we help him?
Why have you been put here, though?
A witch, Fistandia, summoned me, bound me to this room, this circle. She asked questions, so many questions. She promised to release me, but I have not seen her in many ages.
What sort of questions was she asking?
Release me, and I will tell you what you wish to know.
I think we should. It seems cruel to keep him.
I totally agree.
And Artem is starting to wring his hands very, very nervously.
Yeah, Artem and we've seen what happens when these type of summonings go wrong. I mean, I
We're not
remember in
summoning.
the first time I tried to, or the third time I tried the first year, was it? The third time I tried the first year of magic school, some kid tried to summon a frog. Oh my god, have you ever heard of a slad? They're terrible.
Please.
How can we hear?
You promise that if we release you, you won't harm anyone here, and you'll go back to your home plane.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I assist? Because
How would you assist?
I would just offer my support of this, and I just want to know that he's not going to hurt us.
All right. So, do you say anything in particular to encourage or to help Belitas or to?
You could probably realise Belitas is fumbling his words and, getting them wrong when he speaks. Obviously, when he's saying this, so.
My friend is trying to assure you that if you guarantee that you won't hurt us, we will help you, but we can't move forward in good faith without your promise.
All right, Belitas, you may roll your persuasion with advantage.
I was going to say, does she just want to roll it herself with normal?
Yeah, because I have a +6.
Okay, well, go for it.
I'm very persuasive, you guys.
You're
Pardon
very
me.
persuasive.
My thing. 21.
Very well. What would you know?
Oh.
Speak. Ask your questions.
I thought, weren't we persuading him just not to hurt anyone
Yeah,
here?
the
on
persuasion
Yeah.
is he
outside?
doesn't
Isn't that
hurt
what
us
we're
and
gonna
he
release?
returns
That's what we
home.
said.
And he returns back to his plane.
Done.
Okay, what do we need to do?
How do we
Right.
release you?
The fires.
Okay, that's easy.
Sounds good.
Huh?
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
Light the fires. What could possibly
All
go
right. So,
wrong?
do you? I assume you use magic?
I have not
I
got
will, at
magic
least.
to do that.
Druidcraft?
I don't think you can. You can do it with prestidigitation. Not
You can
Druidcraft.
light a fire with Druidcraft. Pretty
really?
sure.
Nice.
Could be wrong. I've
Nice.
definitely lit it with Druidcraft in the past, whether or not you can or not.
Is only one person lighting the fires?
I haven't got a spell to do it, so
Okay.
Can I just cast Sacred Flame on him?
Yes. Well, no, that's radiant damage, not fire.
Oh. Well, it says flame in the name.
someone's got a fire. Let me get this
Yeah,
torch.
but I still think this is a really, really, really bad idea.
Zelmira reaches into her pack and pulls out a tinder box and goes to light the fire.
Sally,
All right.
Sally.
And
Go
she
ahead.
just kind of raises a hand at him and looks over her shoulder and moves forward with this action.
Sometimes these creatures that get bound are really not pleasant when they get out.
Well, he's given us
Yeah.
his word.
He has my word, and we have gotten his.
I want.
All right. So the first brazier is lit. Yes. Yes. Please continue.
I walk over to the next brazier and
as these flames lit, you see the fire that is surrounding this creature beginning to diminish. And he's like, yes, it weakens, yes.
Quick question, DM.
Mm.
Were I to have a background and I'm proficient with Arcana, gone to wizard school, flunked out, and have seen summoning circles and things of this nature before, if I cast a spell upon him, such as Detect Thoughts, do I think that that would break the binding?
Make an Arcana check.
I will do that.
Mere moments.
Rolling a 17.
He would be able to save versus it, and if he has any effects that prevent this from sort of thing from happening or anything like that, it would be in effect. But just casting of the spell, you don't think it will break it.
I hold up my hand and say, wait a minute. Remember, I can tell when people are lying sometimes. So, Mr. What was your name again? These magic people, such things. I'm just gonna cast a little spell, and why don't you just let me in?
Alrighty.
Can I?
I'm
Well,
offering him to voluntarily fail.
You detect in his thoughts rage and impatience, and his eyes lock to yours.
Can
You dare.
Go ahead, Sekhmet.
What did,
Oh.
what did you do, Dexter?
Can I, while like they're busy, can I take some of my? I don't know if it can work like this though, because it says it's inhaled. I have dust of the mummy, but I didn't know if I could put it into my water or. But it says inhaled, so I
It
think
has
I
to
have
be inhaled. Yeah.
So I can't be like, here, have a drink. Aren't you thirsty in this fire? So.
Sylvia, do you continue?
I do continue.
Artem is going to stop you before you light the next fire, and he's
And
going to
I'm-
hold. Go ahead.
Going to push the probe.
Alrighty.
Artem
Ooh.
holds your hands in his hands, and he's looking at you very intently. Sally, we don't know who he is. If we find the person who put him here, we might have more information, but I think we should wait.
It's been ages since that person has come. Who's to say that they're still alive?
17 is my roll. Jexter.
That's an intelligence check, right?
Well, actually, I rolled a wisdom save.
It says the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by your intelligence check to end the spell.
Well, but
The wisdom saving throw to go deeper.
wisdom saving throw. So you tried to go deeper. So it rolled
Yeah,
a
I didn't know if it
17
was-
on the wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That passes.
So the spell ends. He pushes you out.
Sally, if he's been here for ages, he can wait a little longer.
Where are
He
you planning
seems
on
really
finding
mad,
this person?
guys. He seems really like
I-
a lot of pent up energy, a lot of negativity in him, a lot of like rage and anger and hatred and violence.
Please. He turns to you, Zelmira. I have gifts I can offer.
What sort of gifts?
What do you wish?
He can't offer you anything I can't already offer you.
I'm having this conversation. She looks to her and then refocuses her energy on the creature. What sort of gifts?
I can tell you things about what went on here. I can provide wealth. I can provide magic. What ails you? What do you wish? What delights you?
The only thing I want is your guarantee that you won't harm anyone in this party.
It has been given. And
But you-
despite
you
your
can-
magic tricks, I am desperate.
And you can get us out of here.
No,
Well, then,
that I cannot do.
But he could maybe help. He might.
He's already-
know-
he's
been
already
here a long
said-
time. After all, you know, he might. who
But he
knows?
has maybe only seen this room.
Zelmira lights
It's
the
still the
candle.
right thing to do, Sekhmet. Mira, I think you should do it, Mira. You're right. It's the right thing to do.
She looks.
I levitate the fire out of her hand.
Oh, interesting. Roll a Arcana check and make sure you. Is it a spell that you're casting?
Hold on, I might have lied. Never mind. Oh wait, I can cast it at 3rd level.
Oh boy.
I mean, because you can't cast down, right? You can only cast up as far as spell levels.
Correct.
You can. Oh.
That's a powerful spell.
Save it.
Well,
What you casted?
all my 2nd levels are
Levitate.
used, so we're doing it. We're just going through with it.
She gets
All
a
right.
Playing it
So
out.
actually, make a dexterity saving throw, or no, make a strength saving
this-
throw, Zelmira.
Mhm.
Ooh.
22.
The 22, that is going to beat your spell DC, I believe, as you attempt to levitate the tinderbox out of Zelmira's hand. As she strikes, she yanks it back. And what do you do, Zelmira?
I light the final thing.
And the circle around the creature stuffs out. As he begins to breathe in the smoke from the fire, and he grows larger and larger. And he stands before you, completely restored.
Oh, how majestic.
Foolish. You could have had so much of me, but now you will have nothing. He brings his hands together. There's a clap of thunder, and fire begins to burn between them, and he moves them one up and one down as a line of fire appears before him and then widens. Where you're standing, Zelmira, right in front of you, the heat is intense. Make a dexterity saving throw.
He promised.
Hold on while we all get situated with that. Did he
17.
cast a spell?
He appears to be casting a spell, yes.
Did he cast a spell?
Hmm?
Are we all in the room? Or I'm just for logistics. Because on the map we're all in the hallway. I don't think we're all literally in the
We're all
hallway. Some
talking
of us
to
were
him,
talking
so,
to
yeah.
him. Some of us. Are we within 5 feet? Am I within 5 feet?
A Kraken, you are. A 1, you are not. Kraken, you are.
Okay.
So you're
I'm
right
gonna
there
use-
in the room with him.
I'm going to use my reaction to make a melee attack to disrupt.
All
it.
right.
Oh no.
Okay, make your attack.
I tried to. I clicked a button. There we go.
Okay, give me a moment here. As Zelmira is here, Jexter is going to be here, and an 18 hits. We will roll initiative.
No!
Actually,
Could've
we
we
have to
just
we
have
have
let
to
him
roll
go?
initiative. Actually, yes. So he begins to cast the spell. If you're going to attack, then what happens is we move into initiative, so that
Does-
attack doesn't automatically hit.
Does
We
does the fact that he cast a spell and we didn't roll initiative mean that it wasn't an aggressive spell?
it does not appear to have been an aggressive spell
Okay.
that he was casting.
Then why would anybody need to make a dex saving throw?
The heat from whatever he's opening here is very intense.
I just wanted to make sure that I don't know if we all understand
feel
what's going
misled.
on. But
I was not intentionally misleading, however.
When you go, roll for a saving throw. That's
What would you like to do, Jexter? I would say with your Arcana check, with your Arcana ability, you would probably recognize that he was not directing a spell at anybody. He was just creating a portal that when it opened, a wafting blast of heat came out of it.
then I wouldn't have done what I did.
Fair enough. So, going back in time, you did not use your reaction. Zelmira, you made your saving throw, and you are able to jump out of the way as this blast of heat comes shooting out of this portal as he steps through it and disappears.
Well, no harm, no foul. Zelmira walks out of the room.
Artemis, like, he's got his hands to his head, like, you gotta be kidding me right now.
you shouldn't worry so much about helping people in need. Artie.
Exactly.
As
Nothing
Shane
to
puts a
worry
hand on his
about.
shoulder.
Not all people are good, Shane.
I know, but if you go about life assuming that everyone's bad and doesn't have a larger part to play later on, you're
Shane,
not helping the right thing happen later.
I believe decisions should be made with knowledge. And we didn't know very much right there.
I think we knew enough to make a judgment call. I mean, you're right. I don't know about that, but he seemed true when he was saying that he was just a being of elements, right? And sort of like nature. And
But he seemed otherworldly, and we know that can't be possible. There's only
that is possible.
so many deities, and they're all from Mulhrond, and he can't offer you anything. He doesn't have that power.
Beings of power, they don't have to be deities just to grant some power. There's this whole group of people that wizards really hate who get all sorts of special powers from what they call patronage or something.
Yeah.
And when they're like condescended to, they get powers. It's wizards hate those guys. But really, I mean, if somebody was trapped in servitude, don't you think they deserved it?
I don't
Who
know.
would
he
ever
seems-
find themselves trapped in servitude just accidentally?
They said he
think
summoned. She summoned him and trapped him there, right? Isn't that a thing that a wizard could do? Just
How
bring
do we
someone
know it-
somewhere against their will?
Wasn't a prison, and you just released something dangerous.
Based on what's in here, I don't think that whoever was doing these things was doing them in a benevolent manner. This place doesn't feel benevolent.
Feels like we need to get out, no matter
I
what.
agree.
I mean, Zelmara's
So,
already halfway down the hall. We should
I
probably
am
catch her.
already halfway down
Also-
the hall trying to get to the next door to open.
Which door is this?
Sekhmet, I don't know how to have who you need to have this conversation with or how, but I don't know about how many other planes with powerful beings there are, but I definitely know that there's at least one, and that my parents are from there. Like, it's not a, sorry, there are more gods than you think there are, probably. And
Well,
servants of
there's
them.
many gods and goddesses. There's just only one land they can be from.
yeah, I mean, there's probably a book in here somewhere that we could find.
Speaking of
Let's
which,
talk about this
Zelmira, do you
later.
open this door?
I would like to check the door before I open it.
Very well.
Okay.
Roll your investigation or perception, depending on if you're listening, trying to see if you can hear or smell anything, or investigating if you're checking for something specific.
While you're
Um,
doing that, I just want to announce to the viewers that we are doing a giveaway, guys. Exclamation mark giveaway by our sponsor, Kraken Dice. So please enter if you want to win some incredible dice. Thank you.
I'm not proficient in investigation.
You can
but-
still roll.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. A 14.
Doesn't appear to be trapped.
Cool. Sorry, excuse me. I got some air in my throat that I had to eject violently. So I was just worried that it was like, like on the
Like just now, like
it
what
kind
you
of
just
was.
said,
That's
like-
all right.
We just wanted to apologize and then do it again so everyone knew how sorry it was about the first time. Okay, so then I walk in I open the door.
All right.
Yeah.
So you open this door. This is obviously a study, but more akin to a classroom, sort of a lab. But whereas you've seen the alchemy set up upstairs, this is more books and measurements. One entire wall is covered by an enormous chalkboard. There's another chalkboard to the north and to the south, and there's a stool right in front of the large chalkboard. There are books, there are diagrams, there are calculations, and sitting next to one of them is a pile of ash, next to which are lying 2 feminine hands.
Wow. So I walk into the room, and before I do, I call out to Artem, and I say, "This room looks like it could be of interest to you. There's chalkboards and books and things you like. And I'm going to go immediately over to the pile of ash and look at it, investigate it.
All right. Make an investigation check.
Okay. An 8.
I see a an 8.
That was the first one, yeah.
So, the 2 hands end with sort of charred remains, cauterized wounds right where the pile of ash is. They are a right hand and a left hand, and as I said, they appear to be feminine, but that is all you can detect.
I call over Shane and Artem to see. There's something odd over here. I don't know. I can't figure it out. It looks strange. I mean, you don't see that every day.
Artem is. You can tell Artem is a little bit crestfallen that you didn't listen to him earlier, but he will come and kind of dejectedly explore this pile of ash. And that is a 28, Sean.
With a natural 20, indeed. Obviously, all that remains of somebody. The ash has a slightly greasy, oily texture to it. This is humanoid remains. You also find a ring on the index finger of the left hand. And that is what you find here in this pile of ash.
I will take the ring and say, I don't think she's using it anymore. And I will take it and pocket it.
Fair assessment.
Is there a book anywhere?
Make a perception check or an investigation check, your choice.
I can. Oh, that one went rogue. I'll find it later.
Gotta be on the table.
23.
23. You do not find a book that resembles the ones you've been looking for, although you find many other books. And with 23, you're able to glean at least a little bit of what she was studying. She was studying a creature known as a genie. The jinn, collectively known, seem to be akin to Afridi, but on a much larger and grander scale, both in size and in power. Again, a creature of elemental chaos. And they seem to, it's difficult for you to, there's a lot of information here. And since this wasn't a specific arcana check, anything like that, you are able to glean a little bit of it. Apparently, Ginny, around in the world of Faerun, imprisoned in objects. And Fistandia, who it does become apparent from looking over these notes and such, that is who has written all this stuff and done all this research, had discovered one of these and was trying to find a way to use the power that it contained without actually releasing the genie, was trying to use it almost as a power source to power her spells, other magic items, that sort of thing.
Was the Ifriti part of that research?
Yes, she had summoned it to ask questions about genies and about genie and trying to get information that would help her. General information, a few specific questions to help her attempt to do whatever it was that she was attempting to do. Apparently, it failed.
Belitus
I
will
will
obviously
show
walk
that
into the room.
information then to the group and point it out.
Belitus will.
We'll walk into the room, and obviously there's remains on the floor. Yeah, it's like a skull and.
No, it's just ash. Ash with two
okay.
hands.
So if there's two hands, it's still classed as a corpse, correct?
It's a head to talk.
It needs a head to be able to talk.
That's
I'm
what I was
not
thinking.
asking it to talk.
What are you? It is a pile of dust. I
Yeah,
really could not be. If you wanted to use true resurrection,
No,
you
no,
do
no,
have
animate dead.
tissue. You could create a couple of crawling claws.
Why
can
not?
see
Evil
that hard.
defined, crawling claws,
that's-
unrepentant.
I've seen that movie. I've seen all those movies.
The druids don't see this as evil. This is not evil. The druids don't, obviously these don't see. No, okay.
It's just recycling.
Is there anything else on the
that's a
table
shame.
salvageable? DM?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, I can't keep the 28.
So that was for the ash.
22.
22. You do see a scroll. It is tucked underneath a pile of papers.
I will take that as well.
Alrighty.
Let's find that last book. Yeah?
Yeah.
And
It's not in here then.
go to that last door.
All right. You open the door and you see a experimentation chamber is the best way to describe it. And as you get closer, Aptan, you recognize the very pungent odor of formaldehyde. And you look in this room and you see specimen after specimen, very similar to the one that you saw upstairs. Bits and pieces of creatures, some clearly aberrations, some more mundane, but mutated, and two very large cylindrical containers in the middle of the room that contain a cloudy liquid in which something vaguely humanoid is floating.
Yikes. If I move in to look at that humanoid, can I tell a little bit more what it is if I get closer?
So as you get closer, you see a hand float up and touch glass and move down it. If you really want to look at it, you're going to have to get right up. And
I'm gonna
at the
get right up.
glass.
All right. I feel like Belitus is casting a spell or something.
What does
No.
Belitus-
No, I was going to cast Animate Dead, but there wasn't enough of the corpse, so.
Oh, is Sekhmet
Oh.
trying to do that?
Looks like it's already
So
not dead
as-
enough.
As you put your face to it, you see floating through the water a face of a corpse, its eyes sunken and non-existent, its nose collapsed into its face, its mouth open, and its face moves towards yours, and you see movement under the skin as dozens of worms crawl out of its eyes, floating in the water around it, swirling around its head before returning into its open mouth back into the body.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think, Shane? Does this one need help too?
I can't. Is it still alive?
I don't think so.
If it's not a trapped soul, we can leave it. I know that there are many who, well, it's not a good thing, but if it's not trapping a soul, I think we can move on. We need to get out of here and worry about those who are living right now. Hopefully.
There's a castle to protect.
Artem says, that was my weak attempt at sarcasm. And he moves into the room and keeps looking for books.
Yeah, Zilmira's looking for books as well.
You don't see any books in this room. You see several vials that look like they might be interesting. Samsiel, do you still have your glass blowing kit?
I do.
Okay.
I'm proficient in it.
Never leaves home without it.
That's what I spent.
There is
my
another
entire
glass blowing
downtime
kit
doing.
in this room if you had happened to not have it. But
Another one?
Yes.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Is it better than mine?
It's more compact, easily portable. Can't do quite as impressive things. It's very much for a sort of a glass blower on the go, as it were.
That's me. I will have I'll take the spare.
Alrighty.
Just a working glass blower.
What are the vials, Sean?
Make an alchemy check.
Like, open up the
Ooh.
coat. You want some glass vials? I got some glass vials. I got potions. I got everything, man.
I'm just
23.
imagining working girl, but with Shane, and he's a glass blower.
There appear to be
You just want
components.
Shane to be that role. That's all.
There appear to be components here and reagents that could be useful in a number of different concoctions. But the only things that you are able to find that are actually intact are vials of what you assume to be acid.
How many?
3.
I shall take them. We need to keep looking.
Oh
Good.
man.
We've done everything.
Where else is there to look?
If only the yellow circle on the mini map had shrunk, but now we have to go back to every room searching for the last of 7 items.
Or we could talk to the dragons.
I guess we
That's right.
could talk to
They-
the dragons.
Maybe they would help us. It's
If we can figure out how to free them. I mean, they're
just
trapped
trying
in
to-
there.
Do you
Think of
think
what
the
we
cats
missed.
could guide us anywhere?
Did we
I
even
think
check
if
that room, though?
anyone's gonna get
Oh.
them to do things, it's you.
What about the most of these rooms, if there's some type of purpose that we found something, what about the room with the stars? Didn't we find Jexter, didn't you say there were like constellations or something? Maybe we can mess with those a little bit.
Well, the little kitty cats had little names, and their little names were just like the patterns we see in the sky at night.
Yeah, and it was
And
beautiful
there
and
was that
clear.
room with
Maybe
the-
that's it.
You know,
Let's go
maybe we
look.
should look in there again.
We never did actually examine the sky
Yeah, you
much
just
with
tried
all
to
of
take it
those.
all.
We go look again.
All right.
We go.
So back up the steps you go.
Back up the stairs you go.
And you enter into this room. And as you do, you can't help but notice that there is one apparatus corresponding to each color cat that you have encountered so far.
Maybe we
Um,
need to bring the cats in here and hold them up by their little paws up to the little.
I think we have to use the right telescope for the right constellation, Jexter.
That makes more sense than kitty
Cats?
cats looking through these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not like to be held by their paws.
It's
Well, no,
okay
not
though.
like this.
Jexter, I
I
know
will
you
vouch for that.
I know you failed out of wizarding school, and I get that this is probably kind of why, but your creative ideas are sometimes really awesome. So, out of the box, you know, and it's great.
Yeah.
Shane,
You're
you're
so
so
sweet.
positive.
We need to be in the box a little more right now, though, and you know, Artie's got us. I think he's right
It's a
about
litter
this.
box. Let's do it.
So, the binoculars one.
Yes. So, with the intelligence of the people in the room, and also with Jexter's role earlier regarding the names of the cats, there are at least 3 of you who are familiar enough with the constellations of Faerun to know which ones are which. And you take another look at the cats to make sure you could tell which is which, based on which bowl Jexter saw them eating. You were able to point the various apparati at the correct constellations. As you do, the light from those constellations enters into the front of each one of them, moving through as a beam and illuminating the crystal in the middle. And there's a as in the middle of what appears to be just Starscape, you see a door open, revealing a hidden library.
Definitely won't be no books in there.
Delmira looks to Artem, gestures to the door. After you.
And he will walk in.
All right.
Oh
You
God, is
step
it more
in.
books?
Shush.
It is indeed. There are many books. This appears to be the most secluded and secret library that Fistandia possessed. And as such, you see many different books with arcane and sinister sounding titles, books dealing with demons, books dealing with summoning, books dealing with creating undead, books dealing with creating elementals, any number of questionable arcane practices. And right in the middle of the bookshelf is the final tome, which indeed has your missing letter,
Which one?
It's an
L.
Yeah, Artem grabs the book and hands it to Shane. It's the first letter. Go.
All right, let's get out of here and help some people. But Whew. All right.
You don't
I
think
don't
they
feel
need
so
to be
great.
placed in order on the shelf?
That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, but not in this room.
No, downstairs.
All right. So you head downstairs where you originally met Corcoran Pebblemoss, and you see the books that you already put on the bookshelf, and there's one space, just the right size for the one you currently have.
Put it on. In.
You put it in, and it spells Liberty.
Iberteal.
Nice gold letters lined up, very clear to see.
Does anything happen?
Has anybody? You just put?
Oh,
We check the door?
Shane.
I-
Shane. Artem says it again.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it.
I said Iberteal as a joke, but
Liberty. Got it. Libertate.
Liberatum?
I found an A, guys. I don't know. It just was laying around. I don't know.
Liberace.
I knew it.
And the door opens, and a
Yes.
very flamboyant man named Jackster
All right,
walks
can
through.
I open this door? If I kind of
So you say the command word.
Liberty.
Liberty.
Liberty. There's a sound like a very large lock turning in a keyhole, and the door in front of you shimmers for a moment, and then goes back to normal.
You ready, Jexter?
Let's go. No, the whole Ivy Mansion's still standing.
I hope so. Man, those windows were nice. Liberty, and I run through.
So you open the door and you see once again this swirling miasma that surrounds the mansion. But in its center, growing, is this bright blue light that you recall from before. And it takes the form of a portal. And in you step. Once again, you feel this current as if you've stepped into a river, and you feel yourself being pulled forward. After a brief moment, the images of the prime material plane begin to coalesce around you, and you become aware of the room in the fuzzy quarterstaff from which you originally entered the portal to the mansion, but it is much changed. In a long, drawn-out instant, you see an inferno raging around you. Huge beings made of fire battles with figures darting around the sky, the Harples defending their home. The room of the inn has been torn away. You could see up into the night sky. Rising before you is an immense humanoid torso of glowing lava, wielding an 8-foot-long scimitar as bright as the sun. The creature's lower half is a swirling vortex of smoke and ash that descends to the barely intact floor, appearing to emanate from an open book. Standing between you and the raging behemoth, Corcoran Pebblemoss, his beard singed, has his hands upraised in a warding gesture with glowing green light shining from his fingertips. He glances behind him as you begin to materialize, and time seems to slow as he speaks. The portal has reopened. Coriander, the book. Throw in the book. You watch as the tiny homunculus nods, scrambles towards you, dodging exploding furniture and collapsing walls as gouts of elemental fury wreak havoc upon the Ivy Mansion. Clutched in his arms is a book that you recognize, the glowering face of Mordenkainen clearly visible upon its gold-embossed cover. With a grunt, he heaves it towards you in the portal, just as Corcoran whirls around, his eyes wide. No, not that one! But it is too late. As the book flies through your nearly corporeal forms and into the portal behind you, there's a loud sucking sound, and then a pop, as you find yourself lying in a heap upon the peach-colored marble floor, back within the mansion. Sitting in your midst is a book, The Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces, slowly turning to ash. What do you do?
Cast Mending.
This is the one. This is how we got into it, isn't it?
Yes, this is the one you opened. So you cast Mending, and a small corner of the ash sort of reforms into a corner of a tome, and then continues. Turn to
Scepter?
dust. Nothing happens.
Liberty?
That's what I was like, what's the
Liberty, liberty,
I was thinking that
Liberty.
too.
We all were thinking it. Oh, poor Jade's like, what the?
Jade, I wasn't thinking it.
Liberty, South Carolina, zip code 29657.
Yeah, does it look like there's anything that we can do to reverse this tome from being destroyed?
It is gone.
I guess that's a no.
Hey
You're
guys,
sitting
I
there.
tried to put a book back together, and I can tell you, it's not the first time I tried, but this time it didn't work.
Yeah,
As
we're
you-
gonna need to find another way out.
As you sit looking at this ash, the door swings open, almost as if pushed by an invisible hand, and outside of it you no longer see the purple miasma. Instead, you see a gray, formless void. Adventurers, the connection to the prime material plane has been irrevocably severed, and Fistandia's mansion, with you inside it, is adrift in the Astral Sea. That will be where we end tonight's session.
Ooh.